You relax. How about very handsome? Some say heinous. I don't. I say handsome. Look at those pectoral muscles right now. The weapon, Raymond Santiago.
You explain to me the reason that we make the picks.
To embarrass each other?
You're not wrong. Big shout out to the companies. Thanks for getting up with us. You can hear us every weekday morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on ESPN New York. Now, you'll also get to see us on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Number to call, 1-800-919-3776.
The Yankees were in the World Series last year with Soto. You guys get Soto, and he turns to
Oh, dear God! I heard that.
It's not so sexy, Ted. We got an unbelievable show planned for today.
I'll give you these 2 babies.
Oh, we'll give you all the babies you need. Yankee season is over. Canadians couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hey.
What's next for New York baseball?
We'll continue to update you on the Mets and the Yankees, both having today off.
Yes, they will have lots of days off. Fortunately for us, the New York Fortunately for us, the New York Giants kick off Week 6 tonight. They'll host the They'll host the used and abused Saquon Barkley and his Philadelphia Eagles. I got to tell you though, I like their chances. Yeah, just kidding. Oh, we got a action-packed show today. We got Buster Olney at 7, Jordan on at 7:35, Tim Hasselbeck at 8:30, and as always on this Thursday of Yankee Sadness at 7:45, we have an observation that did happen in Florida. RJ's world-famous The Bumps stuff you missed around 9:15. But before we get to all that, I really am lucky.
Look, can we take a minute?
You should.
Can we just take a minute to realize my greatness? RJ.
Do we need to take a minute?
I think we might need to because it doesn't sound like it's going well at home.
He goes, Dad, if you go away, we're fine. We miss you, we're fine. Mom goes away, we don't have clothes. Bills are not paid. We don't know what we're doing for food. It all falls apart.
I don't think he's wrong. I wonder how Sherry feels.
Maybe she made hints. I was more direct.
No, she just loves me for whoever I am.
Maybe she's a chubby chaser.
Maybe she is.
More cushion for the pushing. She must love that cushion.
No. You like the cherry? I give you more
Yes.
cherry.
And a little dirty talk. Now I get it. Here he is.
You like the fast?
Yeah, fast.
I can't always give it to you fast. I don't always have it.
Well, I like it fast.
Well, if I can give it to you fast, I'll give it to you fast.
Try. Enough. I just want you to start the show. Here he is. Any way you like it himself, the one and only David Rothenberg.
Wow, that was well done. Yeah, and that's why the masses clamor for you. Because Ray last week, although not terrible, it was not that.
I thought Raymond was great.
Yeah, it was not that. I think even Raymond, who looks wonderful, by the way, beautiful new haircut.
Yep.
You're right, shaved up beautiful. Even Raymond would admit that he was not able to give that last week.
The great Raymond, and I mean great, Raymond Santiago,
Yes.
flustered yesterday. We did not have our usual smooth, open process. Let's just say it that.
Oh,
You had a meeting. I had a meeting.
Yep.
I'm expecting as I'm on my way home, hey, look, I got time this afternoon. I'll look at the clips Raymond sent me.
Uh-huh.
I'll bang out this open. No, easy peasy. Be able to relax. No clips.
Really?
Nope.
Well, because Ray's got a lot going on.
A lot
now.
going on.
Yeah.
I also had a meeting. Like,
You-
Ray had a
had-
meeting.
You had a meeting at like the Garden.
no, here.
He had
Here.
a meeting, yeah.
Oh yeah, with John.
It was a great meeting.
You had a meeting with RJ, and you guys were in a meeting together.
Yep.
I was in a separate meeting,
Mhm.
and then Ray was in a third meeting.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. We did a lot yesterday.
Threw everything off.
I threw a lot off. I was terrific in my meeting. I don't know how you did in your meeting.
I was fine.
I was phenomenal.
Is that true?
Ask RJ.
Okay. I will.
Dominated the
Not
meeting.
now. At this moment, it's not of utmost importance. You probably won your meeting more than I did. I was fine. I wasn't bad.
Well, you're comfortable in your meeting. And you've been with Bathfitter for years and years and years.
Right. I wasn't trying to put on a show.
No.
I was just let me get in there and let me do my thing.
I wasn't trying to put on a show.
I mean, Yankees fans, we are here for you today. That was rough last night because there was so much positive momentum after Game 3, heading into Game 4, and first inning, like right away. Blue Jays are a tough team. This, Buck Martinez saying the Blue Jays are just better than the Yankees. He said the Yankees stink, which I don't think is fair, but they're better than the Yankees.
Yeah, right now the Yankees, I mean, when you look at what happened last night, and you mentioned the positive momentum, it's, you found a way, and thanks to Aaron Judge and that huge home run, to win another elimination game at Yankee Stadium.
Right.
So you go into Game 4. You hit their bullpen well at the end of Game 2. You hit their bullpen well in Game 3. Now it's a bullpen game. You got Schlittler on the mound. You're like, okay, here we go.
And everybody loved this matchup.
Love the matchup.
Everybody loved this matchup.
Well, how could you not? How could you not? Now, listen, Schlittler wasn't nearly as dominant as he was in his last start against the Red Sox, but he was still pretty damn good.
He was very good. Now, was he not as dominant because the level of opposition went up considerably? I mean, we talked to Buster yesterday. He's like, watch the foul balls. Watch if they're able to foul him off and extend the at-bats, that's a real positive sign for Toronto. And he wasn't striking out guys the same way he did the other day against Boston.
No. He only had, 2 strikeouts?
Yeah.
And I think, to their credit, too, I think in 6 of the 9 innings, the Blue Jays had the leadoff man on. Right? That's just who they are. Right? Like, I mean, if you were someone that didn't watch the Toronto Blue Jays all season long and were like, hey, you just parachuted into the series, like, how did this team win the AL East? How did they have the best record in the American League? You'd watch these 4 games go, okay, I get it.
Right.
I understand why.
Now I see why. Like, it felt like the game was on the verge of being over, but that Miles Straw at bat, when it was 4-1, and it's just like infield in, another run is unacceptable, and his swing was awful, but he made contact, pushed it to right field, lands for a base hit. Now it's 5-1.
Right. I'm getting text messages about Kirk from people like just the random Yankees fans. Like, how is it possible that this little nugget just hits the ball the way he hits
it? They all hit.
Vlad Guerrero was awesome. And you saw that, like, for all the positive momentum going into that game, immediately for them to score, right, double, and then it's Vlad of all people.
Now you thought what I was thinking. The only thing is they got hits after that, right? Didn't Barger got a hit after that? So it kind of takes that idea away a little bit in my mind. But why?
Well, but it's not even
with first base open. Why am I pitching to Vlad?
Well, but that's the point, though. It's not necessarily like what happens afterwards. It's we're not letting this guy beat us. The problem with that is when you look at the rest of some of the guys and what they're doing. I mean, so in the series, Vlad hit 529. Clement hit 643. Varsho hit 438.
Yeah.
I mean, so like it just up and down their lineup. I mean, they stuck true to what they do, which is they put balls in play. They don't strike out. They hit more home runs than they normally do. Like that's usually what the Yankees do. But for most of this game, I mean, the Yankees had 2 hits. They had a Judge single, and they had, of all people, a Ryan McMahon home run.
Right.
So like again, they didn't hit.
Their offense let them down.
Yeah.
I mean, this postseason, the reason the Yankees are out right now. Well, this series,
you can't say the series because the starting pitching was
I was going to say I have to rephrase that because in this series the starting pitching was awful. They were dominated. They were. Look at the runs scored and runs allowed. Like the Yankees were dominated, and in the one win they got in this series, they had to jump through hoops to get that win. They were down 6-1 in their one victory.
And also look how they lost. Right? I mean, Jazz got to make that play.
Oh God, that's
I don't
terrible.
care what kind of hop that took. He's got to make that play. And now you're talking about a 2-1 game, and Schlittler gets through 7.
Right. Yeah. No. But that's the Yankees. That's why people
and now
all
I don't
the
have
time
to
say.
But now I don't have to see Duvall. Right. He goes 7. Now I go right to Devin Williams. Clean inning, and then
Bednar. And then can you score a run? I think so.
I got 3 chances to score 1 run.
And Hoffman is hardly great. Like I can't throw a strike.
And he gives up a lot of home runs.
Right. So
of course it's Judge at the end too that did
hammers one off the wall. Well,
let's
see. Here's the thing. This would be my takeaways from the series. The Blue Jays are really good.
Yep.
They're a really good team. And I was wrong on this series, and I'll eat crow about it.
And this is without Bichette.
I know. I would be surprised if they didn't go to the World Series, but we'll see what happens, right? Blue Jays are, in my mind, I don't even think it's much of an argument, definitively better than the Yankees. And Aaron Judge had an unbelievable postseason. And if you're going to call today, and the phone lines are open as they always are, 800-919-3776. If you're going to call today and start with see, Aaron Judge in a big spot, I'm going to hang up on you because it's an awful, horrendous take. You can go after Fried. You can go after Raanan. You can go after Grisham. You can go after Volpe. There's plenty of guys that did not produce. The one guy, Luke Weaver, fine. You cannot go after Aaron Judge today. You can't.
No, you can't. Today feels like it's going to be more of a go after Aaron Boone day. And a Volpe day.
Yeah, a Volpe was awful.
Right, because Grisham's probably going to be gone. Right, I don't know if you bring Grisham back. That could be. I'm assuming that's probably the best season he'll have. This is not who he is.
No, and he had a great season, but he still didn't hit for average. Like he just
right. But I mean, this is a much better season than he normally would have. Like this is what you got from him this year was a pleasant surprise.
That's a career season.
Right, pleasant surprise, especially for the money that you were paying him. Had a good game 3, was not good last night. Volpe been really bad in this series, like almost unplayable bad.
Unplayable bad. I mean, non-competitive at-bats, and it was awful. And my question, again, if you want to get after Boone, listen, Toronto's better, and they won that game last night, and they dominated the series. Like, why is Anthony Volpe having meaningful at-bats?
That's a great question.
I don't understand.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that looked at that bat at bat in the 7th, and it's like, what's happening here?
And it was awful. He was completely overmatched.
Well, dude, I mean, he's 0 for his last 13 with 11 strikeouts. 11.
I know.
I mean, that's just it's an empty at bat. And then, I mean, you look what Aaron Judge did. I mean, that last hit puts him at 500 for the series. The rest of his team in the Toronto series hit 207. He hits 500. The rest of the team hits 207.
207.
That's just not going to get it done. So you take that, and then you mix into that the heel start, the free start, and the Raanan start.
Right.
You're like, you're not going to win that series.
Well, I mean, no, of course not. I mean, think about this. I don't tell you what teams are playing. Your starting pitching is awful. You have one star player who's awesome, and then the rest of the team can't hit. Well, you have no chance to win that series.
No. And then the runs that you scored, I mean, to make it not look as bad as it could have looked, was when you were down 12-0 already. Like, you get to the bullpen late, you score some meaningless runs, although John thought they were still in it. But, I mean, it makes it look a little bit better. But, I mean, last night, like I mentioned, you had in a bullpen game, which the way Aaron Boone described it after the game, I can understand why if things line up the right way and every guy that comes out of that bullpen has his good stuff, it's tough to navigate that because, you build your starting lineup to go up against a starting pitcher.
Right.
Hopefully you'll get through. You'll see him at least twice, maybe a third time. The reverse of that is when you go bullpen game, that is set up to attack your lineup, right? And Toronto did a really good job of that last night. I mean, most of the game, that's 2 hits for the Yankees, which is not going to get the job done.
But it is unusual for every single guy to come out and pitch well.
When it works, I mean, it can be.
But what did we hear yesterday on these airwaves? Toronto's bullpen stinks.
Well,
I heard Hans screaming it yesterday on the show.
Right, but because they got to them in the second, they got to them in the second game, they got to them in the third game. So you like the matchup, but that's the beauty of baseball. That's also the frustrating part about baseball, right? It's just like there'll be a day where everything clicks for you, and there'll be a day where it doesn't. And if you're going to have offensively the day that they had, you got a good performance from your starter. If you're Jazz, you got to make that play. You got to.
It's awful.
You have to make that play. I mean, you had some good defense. Listen, Bellinger made a great catch.
A great catch.
Volpe made a great catch. McMahon made a great catch. But that's a play that has to be made.
Has to be made, especially when you're not hitting.
That's what I'm saying.
Like if you're scoring runs, can you afford that? I mean, that's big stuff. And it's the microcosm of the Yankees because when you're going through the regular season and you take on the dregs of Major League Baseball, can you get away with a butchered play in the 7th inning? Yeah, because you're going to score runs and it's going to be it's going to be minimized. When you are under the magnifying glass and you can't hit, and your starting pitching has not been good, well, your defense has to be superb, and it was for a lot, but in the biggest moment last night, that's a play you have to make.
You have to make it. There's no question about it. Like, I mean, up until that point, right, I mean, we're struggling. Like, you know that.
But you're still in the game.
It's 2-1. We haven't hit. We'll have 3 more opportunities we got out of this inning. We got 7th, 8th, and 9th. We can find a way to score at least 1 run here. We can manufacture a run. I would like to believe that. And you don't make that play, all of a sudden now it turns into 4-1, and it feels like, okay, this game is over.
It did.
I mean, that's what it felt like.
And you had the thought of, are they going to go with Gossman? Are they going to go with, right?
Yusavage.
Yeah. Like, I was just waiting. Like, 6 outs, Yusavage. Like, they're going to do that. No. They didn't. I don't even know that he thought about it. It was like, these guys are in their lanes. They're going to do great. And they were. And credit to Toronto. It's a really good baseball team.
Yeah, it's a really good baseball team. I mean, you definitely had opportunities during the course of the season, especially against Toronto, where you probably could have found a way to win the division. So,
I mean, you were 1 win away from winning the division.
Right. I mean, you both had 94 wins. They had the tiebreaker. So, rather than playing games 1 and 2 at the stadium, where I'm going to get Max Fried, I'll have Max Fried at the stadium as opposed to where he struggles up in Toronto. The series is different.
But Rick, it's every year. We have this conversation one way or another. Well,
did you hear what A-Rod said about this team?
I did. And I read the quote to RJ. He's like, well, I don't think he went that strong. I was like, no.
Oh, no. I sent him the sound.
I know, but I don't know that he listened. Well, let's play it. Here's A-Rod discussing the Yankees and this roster.
Aaron's been very classy. We've all been very consistent with that. Honestly, from the entire organization, he's the one guy with Circle that has least to blame. I mean, he's got a lot of talent, but for me personally, one of the worst construction of a roster I've ever seen. You have 3 left-handed catchers, you have 5 DHs, you have a first baseman in and out. It's just a very, very difficult hand for Boone, and honestly, they were exposed against a much better Jays team.
But it seems like we have this conversation every single October. is they go up against a team that's just better. Last year was the Dodgers. We're just better, right? It was the Astros a million times. We're just better. The Red Sox have been just better. They have.
Right, but I think a lot of people had a hard time wrapping their mind around the idea that Toronto was better.
I agree with that. Going into the series,
right.
I did not think that. But for Alex, and I give him credit for saying it because he's considers himself a Yankee, to say this isn't a terribly constructed roster.
Yeah, but he'd be lying if he said, now he was strong about it, but he'd be lying if he said it was a really well put together team.
But no, you're right. But he didn't he went all in. He didn't sugarcoat it all, saying it's not great. He said, was it the worst constructed roster they've ever put together?
He's not wrong. I mean, you got 3 left-handed catchers. You got one of your best bats that doesn't have a position. He's not a great catcher. He's not a great first baseman. Goldschmidt's much better defensively. You told us with this plan B it was going to be about defense.
Right.
So now
and the defense let you down massively.
Right. I mean, the third baseman you brought in is really good defensively. Now, he hits home run last night, but not good offensively.
He's not a good offensive player. Your shortstop was okay defensively in this postseason. Offensively, he was unplayable in this series.
Right. I mean, Dominguez is probably more of a DH right now because you don't trust him in the field.
Well, he just said they have 5 DHs.
Stanton is a DH. So
right.
It's it's just, he's not wrong. But we've said this, we said this before the season started, that the roster and how you're trying to put things together is kind of clunky. I can't put my best offensive team on the field because it's not I'm losing too much defensively. This guy doesn't have a position. You can't, it doesn't fit right.
It doesn't fit. All the pieces to this puzzle do not fit together. But that's on Brian Cashman.
Yeah, it is on Brian Cashman. But but I think that it's almost like the Yankees fan is resigned to the fact that Brian Cashman isn't going anywhere.
I got news for you. Boone's not going anywhere
No,
either.
I don't think he is either. But they want to believe that if Boone got fired, things would be different. And we're not stupid enough to believe that. You're just going to bring someone in like Aaron Boone that's going to be doing what you want him to do anyway.
Yeah, so you want change for the sake, not you, but people want change for the sake of change. And if they got rid of Boone and brought in another manager, it would be the same. A puppet is a mean thing to say,
it's
but
not puppet.
It would be
collaborator.
The same. Yeah, it would be the same. It wouldn't be. You're not bringing in Whitey Herzog. All right, you're not bringing in Davey Johnson. You're not bringing in some strong manager who's going to tell you, Sparky Anderson, this is the way it's going to be. Get out of my way, or I won't be here. It's not. That day is dead. That doesn't exist anymore.
No, it doesn't. And I think this was a series, just for me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, where it's pretty clear that you miss Juan Soto.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just who's coming with me. You finally have Aaron Judge have the postseason that we all dreamed about.
He was awesome.
And it's who's coming with me?
Nobody.
And the answer was nobody.
Nobody. Bellinger didn't do anything. Grisham was awful.
No, the one game of the series, Grisham actually had a good game. Was the game that
they
won, and Judge had hit the big home run. But
if it wasn't Judge centric, they didn't do anything.
No, and then you go Wells up with the bases loaded. He swings at the first pitch.
Right when the guy can't throw a strike.
Well, I understand the philosophy there, but
I heard Kay was talking about in the post game.
Yeah.
Where he said the philosophy is you're going to get the strike and you want to be ready for that. But listen, you lost that series before that.
If you do that, you better make sure you put it somewhere that's going to actually do some
and not pop up to left field.
Not just pop up to left field.
So here we are. It's another season. It's the same discussion every single October. I feel like we could take this. Ray could put it in the bank and we could play it next October.
Yeah, but I think a little bit different this year than last year.
Well, this year's worse than last year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, last year the Dodgers are better.
But this year the Blue Jays are better.
I know, but what makes this even worse, though, is you didn't really think. You almost kind of knew that the Dodgers were really good. You can have your hands full. If we beat the Dodgers, that's saying something.
That felt like the cream of
and you didn't like
baseball, yes.
Obviously, you didn't like how it ended. Judge dropping the pop-up, Garrett Cole not covering. It looked sloppy.
Right.
And then they laughed at you and they mocked you. But this was no. Come on. Toronto's not better than us. We're not going to believe it. How many times do we hear? We won't believe it till we see it.
Well, now you've seen it.
Well, now you saw it.
And they smashed you, right? I mean, they did. That's the truth. They smashed you. But, last year, you're right. Because last year was I know the Yankees fans and the players and they have this weird thing, if they don't win the championship, now it's a failure. But last year was a good season. Was it a great season? Maybe not.
Well, but here's the thing, though. Yankees fans can't even appreciate good season because look at how easy the road was. We didn't beat anyone to get there.
Right.
It's come on, man. You're in the World Series.
Well, you're your own worst enemy.
It doesn't matter who you beat to get there.
But this year, this was not a successful season.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it was not. And we'll sit here and talk about how Aaron Boone stinks and everything else. But, I mean, as good as Max Fried was, and he was good against the Red Sox, he was awful in this series.
I mean, you tell me, how many guys in this series for the Yankees, outside of Aaron Judge, do you look at and say, he was good?
Lineup-wise?
All throughout. Not Luke Weaver, not Heel,
definitely not Luke
Fried,
Weaver.
not
Not
Rodon,
Rodon, no.
Schlittler.
Schlittler was good.
He was good?
Yep.
Okay, it's
Bednar.
one. Bednar was good, is two.
Yeah, but, I mean, again, I'm starting pitching was bad. Right?
It was catastrophic
offensively, not good enough.
No.
So, look at the lineup. Like, just it wasn't. You had Judge going at the highest of levels, and then you had no one else.
And they're wasting him. So at the start of next season, I think first month, he's going to be 34 years old. How much more iconic Aaron Judge? How many more years are you going to get this for? 3?
Maybe
4?
if you're
So no. So you look at this as
they are pressed to think 4 at 38.
So 3 more years of this.
Yeah.
I mean,
what he's doing right now is historic. Like,
they're wasting this.
I know we keep saying, how does it get better?
It can't get better than this.
At 331 and over 50 home runs.
And he missed some time too.
Right, missed time. It puts you with Jimmy Fox and Mickey Mantle. Like, I don't know. Does it get better than that?
I can't. If it does, God bless him. I can't imagine it gets
plus
better.
Plus, you had 500 in the postseason.
You know what I didn't like though? Tell me if you picked up on this. All like series long. Who it was Smoltz and Joe Davis, right? They kept saying, "Well, Judge is going to win the MVP this year."
Like, they kept saying,
"Hey, hang on it."
Maybe they heard something.
Maybe they did, but they were like foregone conclusion. Like, obviously Judge is going to win his 3rd MVP.
Which led me to believe they talked to probably enough people to get the sense that maybe it was Judge.
Okay, maybe
because that's the first time you're not wrong that we've definitively. Like, I heard someone almost definitively say, "Oh yeah, Judge is going to win his 3rd MVP."
Well, he's like, Judge is going to win his 3rd MVP. I was like, wait, what?
Because we would ask Buster, and Buster was hell bent. He thought he lost a lunch because he thought he was going to hit 400. He was Judge, and then as soon as Raleigh started getting up by that
60 home runs, he's like, it's different.
It's like, as a catcher, boys, let's take a step back here. We don't know if it's a foregone conclusion now.
I haven't heard this soundbite yet, but the question was posed to Aaron Boone. Did the team come out flat after a Game 3 win? Flat. Your season's on the line. You have 50,000 people there screaming and going nuts. If you lose, you're now done. He can't say, yeah, we came out flat. What kind of a question is that?
A question to get Aaron Boone fired up and aggravated.
I felt sorry for him last night.
I did too. It looked like he was a little bit like emotional at first too.
I felt like there was a chance he was going to cry.
You know what I thought was funny though? Last night, so Boone talks about how this team has really come together and how they care about each other. And K's like
Curry and Kay got in a little bit.
K's like, who cares?
Right.
There are plenty of teams that hate each other.
It's like the 70s teams couldn't stand each other. They win. Now, if in a perfect world, would you like to win and have them be great friends? Yeah, sure. That's great.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was necessarily like, hey, we're all best buddies. It's like when you can create the atmosphere like this show where you really care about each other, like it's gonna make you want to put in and there's this level of I'm willing to sacrifice for my guys and I'm willing to lay it on the line, and there's a certain amount of work I'm gonna put in because I don't want to let you guys down. That's when you get the best out of a team.
Sure, but on the flip side, you have Mike and the Mad Dog who didn't talk outside of
right, but that was at the end.
Right.
When they were at the height of their powers, they were good together.
Right. But I mean, like, you can win and you can succeed in not having kumbaya.
Right, I know, but
it's easier when it works well.
I think that's the point, though. It's like it makes you, when you all like each other and you get along and you're really fighting for each other and you want to sacrifice for each other. Like I said, it's like it just makes it makes the experience. It makes the winning.
Well, it's better.
It's better.
It's more fun.
1,000 times better.
Absolutely. But I did hand Ray today, and today it makes sense.
Yeah.
The unbuttered roll.
He needed it.
Today is an unbuttered roll.
He needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does look great though.
He looks great.
Whoever cut his hair did a fantastic job.
I think he's gonna say I didn't cut my hair, which is gonna be shocking to me.
Yeah, I cut my hair last Friday.
I don't know. It looks different.
The way
today.
you styled it today just looks fantastic.
What'd you do today?
I woke up, threw some water on it.
It looks
and
terrific.
walked out the door.
Well, the whole water rushing at the door, being like on the verge of being late, really suits you. You look unbelievable.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's like a glistening grayish on the side,
Yeah, I don't find you to be repulsive at all today.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
You're very
By the way, in my my hair meeting, you should have seen the look of shock on this man's face who deals with hair transplants every day of his life when I told him that R.J. Santillo has no product in his hair. He's like, what do you mean he has no product? I was like, that's his hair, man.
I know.
He combs it, and that's what it does.
It's unbelievable.
He didn't believe it. He's like, he does have terrific density. It's like, you're damn right he does. I was like, give me some of that.
He used the word density?
Yeah, density. I said, well, I want that density. I want you to take his hair and put it on my head. That's what I want. They won't do it.
Why?
They won't get. I wanted his hair. I said, can I just take some of his hair? We can't do that.
He wanted them to scalp RJ and
it's only a little bit off the back.
I think RJ would do that for you.
He said he would, but they wouldn't let him.
It's not like a kidney. A kidney, I could see no, but a little bit of hair.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So they signed on. Away we go.
I don't know. Gonna go for my consultation.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll do this Yankees unpacking today. Another season ends with the Yankees not winning a World Series. It's DNR with you, but thankfully we got the Giants tonight to fall back on. It's DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details. Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Let's hear from Aaron Boone. Did the team come out flat after that Game 3 win?
No, I felt kind of the opposite. But, win games on emotion all the time. It's about, execution and they were better than us tonight and in this series.
Oh, they were better. That's it. I find that to be unbelievable. Could you imagine if he said, "Yeah, we came out flat"? No, they didn't come out flat.
No. A manager's not going to say we came out flat. No.
And it would be embarrassing.
Well, but in baseball in general, I mean, if you don't hit, you look flat.
That's exactly right.
I hate that argument.
All the time. If you don't hit, now all of a sudden you don't care, or you're not motivated, or there's not. It's different. Baseball is different than any other sport. The more amped up you get, the more crazed you get, probably the worse you're going to do.
Absolutely. But I mean, there is a level of intensity and focus in the field, running the bases, right? Like the way you execute. Like which is noticeable sometimes. Like there'll be games, and there was a span of time this season where, like, remember the beginning of the season? It was like, oh wow, like all the things that the Yankees talked about after losing the World Series and being ridiculed by the Dodgers. It looks like they cleaned those things up. And then there was this like stretch of time where I got Austin Wells wandering off second with
right.
You know what I mean?
I'll do it again.
Yeah, like that. That's just not being locked in, right? Like that's unacceptable.
And over 162 games, as much as that bothers us, and it should. It's understandable.
It's going to happen. But then, I mean, last night, again, you're in a situation where you're not hitting. You like the matchup. Everyone loved the matchup. It's the bullpen. We've already had success against this bullpen. For whatever reason last night, you're not. You got 2 hits for most of the game. It's still 2-1 because your starting pitcher went out there and actually gave you a chance to get back into this game and win it. And, you know, a play, and not an easy play. I'm not going to pretend like it's not going to be a difficult play, but that's a play that Jazz has to make.
You have to make that
And then
play.
Schlittler has the one where it looks like, I know they showed a bunch of different angles, where he kind of didn't know where Jazz was, and it looked like he was going to stretch out for it and then pulled his glove back because he didn't want to, deflect it. But that's another one, like, well, know where your second baseman is. You know what I mean? That's the
little buttoned-up things, though.
Yeah, right, which, I mean, don't seem like big things in the moment, but end up being big things, especially when you don't hit.
So now this is where I don't go after Boone or certainly disagree with Boone. He says this team does have what it takes to win it all. Here he is.
I'm confident we'll break through. I have been every year, and I believe in so many of the people in that room. So that hasn't changed. Fire hasn't changed. It's hard to win the World Series. Been chasing it all my life.
I mean,
that's when I felt bad for him.
They don't have what it takes to win it all. They don't.
Chasing it for all my life.
I know. Well, he's never won.
No, I know, but I mean,
he's from a baseball family.
Think about that. In his mind, and he said it, he felt like this was the most talented team that he had. And now guys got to go out and perform. So, I mean, if Max Fried does what Max Fried is paid to do, and Carlos Rodon gives you, an outing like you've seen for him for most of the season. I mean, you got one guy won 19 games, one guy won 18 games, and then they go out in this series and they both pitch really. They don't give you a chance.
Awful. I mean, listen, Rodon in the postseason was not very good. First outing, he was okay.
Yeah, he was fine.
Okay, but he wasn't great.
No, he wasn't Schlittler and he wasn't Fried. But
right,
he was fine.
Second outing, he was putrid. Fried was putrid in this outing. Like you transitioned from Juan Soto and you built the team a little differently.
Yep.
Well, in this series, Fried, Bellinger, like all the guys that you replaced Juan Soto with, they did not answer the bell.
No, they didn't. But, I mean, I guess the argument for that would be, and I think it's the argument for doing it, and it could be the argument against doing it, because I know what frustrates Yankees fans is Plan B was good for 162, but ultimately wasn't
good enough to
postseason.
win 4 series.
Well,
in the
unless guys
postseason.
do what they're supposed to do, like unless Fried and Rodon pitch the way they're supposed to pitch, but having a bat like Juan Soto, and you saw it last year in the postseason, and that's with Aaron Judge not playing at this level.
Correct.
He got to the World Series because he's that good. Like, he's capable of carrying an entire team. So I got him, and I got Judge playing at the level he's playing at right now. I mean, this is a different series probably.
Correct.
Even without good starting pitching. But the problem is
Probably,
once you lose Garrett Cole, there's no way I'm getting to this point with just Carlos Rodon as my ace. There's no chance.
No, you need Max Fried to get you through the 162, and you would hope that he would pitch well in the postseason, and he didn't. And then we sit here and we have this
I
conversation
guess the
again.
one silver lining would, and I know you feel like crap right now, would be the emergence of Schlittler.
Well, when you think about what the starting pitching could look like next year, right? Cole, Schmidt.
No, not Schmidt. He won't be back right away.
But at some point he's going to be back next season.
You'll have Cole, Fried, Rodon, Heel, and Schlittler. And at some point Schmidt.
That's a hell of
if they stay healthy,
rotation.
Yeah, and what version of Garrett Cole you get.
Right.
And then you got to decide what you want to do with what you want to do with Grisham, what you end up doing with Bellinger. I would think.
I think my guess is Bellinger is back and Grisham is not.
Yeah,
that's a guess. Williams is definitely gone.
Right, and then Goldschmidt's probably gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll put Ben Rice at first base. That would be my
and
assumption.
then again, you're going to have holes because he's not a good defensive.
No,
first
but
baseman.
I mean, if you're going to commit to him being a first baseman, that would be something.
Go all in and let him become the best.
Let
first
him learn
baseman
how
he
to be a
can.
first
I agree.
baseman.
Listen, they'll get in again next year, and well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're sitting here a year from now having the same conversation.
What you just said is what frustrates me the most about Yankees fans.
Is that they take for granted getting
And Alan
in.
got all fired up. He's like, "Don't tell me how to feel because your team doesn't make the playoffs every year." I don't think I'm telling you how to feel. I'm just telling you how lucky you are. You can feel however you want.
But they don't see it.
Well, no, but it's like a person that grows up with money and they live in a fancy house. Or me, like when I played in the NHL. And I tell you all the time, like, I wish I took a step back
And
to recognize
appreciated it as it was happening, yeah.
Right. Like, you don't tell me how to feel because I'm accustomed to these things. I'm just telling you you're lucky. That's all I'm telling you.
But they don't see it.
You can feel how you want to feel.
They don't look at it. It's like you tell a kid who grew up with a lot of money, oh, you go in a helicopter?
Yeah.
You go first class? Like, that's what it is. It's not special. That's all I know.
Right, but I don't think when you say it or I say it or when Don talks about it, I'm necessarily telling you how you should feel. You can choose to feel however you want to feel. I'm just letting you know that A, I'm jealous, and B, you're lucky. To just like, your season just got over, and me and you as not even Yankees fans are like, foregone conclusion. They'll make whatever moves they make. They're going to be in the playoffs.
Definitively.
I just spent almost $800 million on Juan Soto. $341 million, and we didn't make the playoffs.
All right, I lost out to the Reds, who stink.
Right, who stink.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's break, come back. Phone lines lighting up. Let's get to you guys. We'll go rapid fire through all the Yankees calls next. 1-800-919-3776, like Rick mentioned. Buster Olney, 7 o'clock. Raanan, 7:35. Tim Hasselbeck, 8:30. A lot of Yankees, a lot of NFL, a lot of conversation. DNR with you right here, ESPN New York.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code USA to get up to a $5 per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code USA.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Just printed from the Erie Canal Press, the most coveted ticket, New York Lottery's $1 million raffle, hath arrived. 15 fortunate souls shall come into the fortune of a millionaire.
Translation, the $1 million raffle is here, and 15 winners are going to become millionaires. The New York Lottery commemorates 200 years of the Erie Canal with your best odds of winning $1 million. Limited tickets available. Ask your local retailer today. Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry, banana to sour apple, packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle. You'll get as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee with 0 sugar and 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
This is the way Ray feels.
You know what the problem with
sad.
this song is that it's meant to be depressing.
And it is.
But it's not because this is the movie to me. Like, it reminds me of the movie, which is a funny movie, which makes me laugh.
This is not The Graduate? What is this?
No, it's not The Graduate. This is when Will Ferrell gets shot with the tranq dart.
Oh, yeah.
And he's sinking to the bottom of the pool. You're crazy.
Yeah. In the neck.
Yes.
Yeah. That is funny.
You're crazy.
You're crazy, man.
I like you.
Oh, I watched.
You're crazy.
I watched the clip of some of his Anchorman outtakes, and he has the whole cat. Are you guys with me though? Like, whenever you see SNL or like behind the scenes movie clip, when the rest of the when it's so funny that the rest of the cast can't stay in character.
Oh, they start laughing. I love that.
Did you see the Anchorman one when he's talking about how he's how he was like Vesuvius?
Oh yeah, I think I have seen that.
I watched it probably like 50 times. I was crying laughing.
Mr. Burgundy, we will be honored if you will play jazz flute for us.
It was like, he's like, now I know how the people of Pompeii felt.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, come and see how good I look.
He was in The Office recently.
Yeah, that one there when he does the SNL skit when he's in the hot tub.
Oh,
he's
that's
making
great.
Fallon laugh.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
love those ones.
Fallon does that
What is
too.
that?
People.
It smells
That
like
makes
a
people
turd
laugh.
covered in burnt hair.
All right, let's get to the Yankees calls. We've waited long enough. Let's go to John in Morristown. John, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning. Uh-oh. John?
Maybe it's my fault. Try again, John.
Come on, Ray.
He's on the air. He's here. John, are you there? Great.
You lost him.
Winthrop did chime into the group chat. It's far more known for The Graduate.
Yeah, but I don't care. Like, this is, again, when I hear that.
No, I understand that, but when I heard it, I thought The Graduate.
No, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, when I hear that, my first thought
that's fine.
Is the tranq dart.
Kyle Saratoga. Kyle, you're on ESPN New York.
I wanted to say how it's like the same thing every year where we just don't build the team right. They always surround the team with power hitters, and they lose to the same sort of small ball situation we see, whether it's the Guardians or the Astros, going all the way back. The Blue Jays did it to us.
When did they lose to the Guardians?
97.
We're going back to 97.
Just always the series where we struggle against them, and you get amazing home runs from Soto and Stanton to stay alive. And should be easier series if you go to 5 against a team like that.
I don't know how easy a series it's going to be against a team that is really, really good.
Right,
but
and it's also not.
But
a team
I agree.
But it's not a team that you had success against this year with. Period.
Yeah, but you know what the Yankees fans think? They think, okay, when we get to the postseason, that's where the cream rises to the top. And the problem is, it did, and it just wasn't you.
Right. I mean, you take the regular season and the postseason. You're 6-11 against the team.
Right. And how many games did you win in
and
Toronto?
In Toronto, you were 1-8. So it's, but this is the problem now. By not winning the division, you put yourselves. Now I got to play a 3-game series, and now I have to go to Toronto for the first 2 games. They got their rotation set. That's why it's important to win the division.
Yeah, very important. But you had the conversation of, is it better to just keep playing?
For Judge, it was.
I think every case is just its own individual case. Like there's some teams that go out there and they're great and they can roll through, and there's some teams that look at Toronto. Toronto has been great. They had time off.
Well, I also think that
look at the Brewers. They've been great. They had time off.
Yeah, but I think you got, top to bottom. You look at their lineup and the approach of their lineup. Is that a lineup that's going to struggle with a couple days off? Like, we're going to put balls in play, like that kind of lineup?
No, you would
battles
think.
Like they do?
But is there a chance that they get time off and then they're not at that level when they come back?
Oh, yeah, there's a chance, but I just think I think it's probably easier if that's your style of play as opposed to someone that's just trying to hit home runs every time. Like we're always like Stanton needs to find a way.
But they were the home run hitting team in the series.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, it's like Stanton when he comes back from an injury, looks like he's never played baseball before, and then finally he gets his timing and he doesn't miss a baseball.
Right.
Like, so someone like that, give him time off for is not really in their best interest.
Probably.
But even so, you took care of your business against the Red Sox. You had Heel who had to pitch game 1, which isn't ideal, but you had Fried in game 2, and you had Raanan in game 3, and they both stunk. Only difference now is that, I guess if you want to believe that it's just, Fried going up to Toronto is a problem, that if he had won the division, now you're going to play, at home with Fried.
Well,
so
you could have won the division. You didn't.
But no one else hit anyway.
No. You weren't good enough to win the series. Judge was otherworldly.
I don't care. You could have played wherever you wanted, and Volpe wasn't going to hit in the series.
Volpe was awful. Grisham was awful. Bellinger was meh. Stanton didn't do anything. No. You can't win a series like that with one guy.
And then on top of that, your starting pitching stinks.
The starting pitching stinks, and outside of one guy offensively, you stink. How in the world? You're lucky you went 4. That's the truth. You're lucky you went 4.
Right. Dude, and then the runs you scored in game 2, and I know it was like we want to point to it as, hey, you give yourself some confidence going up against that bullpen. You're down 12-0 already. You know what I mean? They already.
That's what I said the whole way.
But it's like when the Jets score points.
Same
thing.
Now, the weird thing was they did that, and they almost won the Tampa game just because Tampa let foot off the gas, and it was so weird, and then the Jets just came storming back, had the block field goal, the whole thing. But no. This Dallas game was a bloodbath.
It was 30-3. Come on.
You made it closer, but you were not competitive in that game. Yankees were not competitive in game 2.
No, but listen, and then it took a huge, it took something that no one's ever done in the history of the sport, right? Like pitch that inside going 100 miles an hour. You kept that fair and hit a 3-run home run. So it's like,
and all that only allowed you to go to a game 4.
Yeah, and special players like the best player in baseball, who all we do is all I hear about is how bad he is in the postseason. Hit 500.
I don't want to hear that today. And we haven't, and I hope that we do not. John in Morristown, who crapped the bed before, is back. Good morning, John.
Hey, guys. I don't know what happened. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Hey, so, I'm a Met fan first, but, I root for the New York teams, whoever's in there, as long as they're not playing against me, right? But as a Yankee fan, how sad is it to see your beloved Don Mattingly in the other dugout celebrating beating the Yankees in Yankee Stadium? That must have sucked.
I think it either sucks or there's a little piece of you that's happy for Don Mattingly. No?
I don't know if there's a little piece that's happy.
Like you're upset that you lost. So, Ray, you see Don Mattingly celebrating last night. Is there a little piece of you that's like good for Mattingly, or you're just miserable? And
I'm miserable, but that's just in general. But for Donnie, I'm always happy to see Donnie do well. Yeah.
Well, that's because you and RJ were dry humping his leg at the charity dinner.
He was great. He was great. What do you want me to say?
You know what? He was great. I'm not even a Yankees guy, and he was. It's hard not to fall in love that night.
At one point, RJ, he looked
baseball.
It looked like RJ. He was wearing RJ as a belt.
And not only that, but they always say don't meet your heroes, and that
he was
RJ
awesome.
Meeting one of our heroes.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
And at that same time, I was cornering Sharippa.
Yeah, with the carrot stick.
Yeah.
You listen to me, Sharippa. You'll eat this celery and you'll like it.
By the way, Pro Football Talk puts out a tweet. The Giants have lost 8 straight NFC East games.
Yep.
It's currently the longest losing streak against division opponents in the entire NFL. And then listen to this great breakdown. On Thursday night against the Eagles, it will either end or extend to 9.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Oh, it could be a tie. He's in a Cowboys tie.
Thanks, Mike.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's great. So they've lost 8 in a row, and let me explain what happens now. Either they'll win and they'll break it, or they'll lose and it will extend to 9.
That's right.
And that's why you follow Pro Football Talk, right?
Breakdown right there.
That's really good.
It's an NBC property. I'll play that again. Yeah, why not?
If anyone was wondering, too, the last time the Giants won on Thursday night, Coughlin was the coach, Manning was the quarterback. If you're wondering.
So 10 years.
They've lost 10 straight. Last time they won on Thursday night was September 9th, 2015.
15.
Yeah.
So we've reached the decade.
A big 32-21 win against Washington.
In 2015. Yeah. I would love to know how many guys are still on either of those teams from 2015.
Well, your receivers were Odell Beckham and Ruben Randall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Both
your receivers tonight are Wandale, Bo Collins, and
Lil Jordan Humphrey.
And Jalen Hyatt.
And Olszewski.
Should be a real. Coming off a game that the Eagles lost, all we've heard about all week long on national radio is, are the Eagles in trouble? Offensive coordinator stinks, and Saquon only got the ball one time in the second half.
Yeah, I think this will be a get-right game for them, would be my
guess.
Oh,
by the way, Saquon's doc is coming out tonight.
You enjoyed that. I am not watching that.
They used and abused him.
Please.
That's what he said.
Please.
Had you treated him right, he would have signed $10, $11 million bucks.
Please, they used and abused
Can you imagine
him.
if you got him for 10 and you paid Slayton 12?
Let's get it.
Such names as Prince Amukamara here.
Yeah.
Landon
Dude,
Collins.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
New York football. I mean, what are we doing?
We're not.
Mark Harsler, remember him?
Of course.
What are we doing? Seriously. How does it get this bad?
Ineptitude. From the top.
I mean,
if the coaches are constantly different and the players are constantly different.
And the GMs are different.
And the GMs are constantly different. What's the one thing that continues to be the
ownership.
Same? Okay. So there's your answer.
Well, ownership, and then we haven't had a quarterback. So, I mean, I don't know if we picked the wrong quarterbacks. We ruined the quarterbacks. I mean, Sam Darnold seems to have figured it out now.
Yeah, he has.
Oh, and by the way, we'll play this at some point. Daniel Jones just taking a broadside shot at Brian Dable.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, just
goes right after him?
Well, no, he does it.
It's like 3-4 years of pent-up aggression.
Yeah, low-key.
So it's like
low-key, but it's definitely.
I mean, Dave's going off on him for 3-4 years in his ear. Like, it built up.
I don't even have it on my
if you were wondering,
board
like,
here.
if you were wondering why, like, or like you questioned, like, is Brian Dable a really good coach? You hear this, you're like, there's levels to this, and Brian Dable is not on
Good. I
the
look
level
forward
we
to
need.
that. That'll put me in a great mood. Tony in Queens. Tony, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen. So today, I'm a Yankee. Clearly I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not upset. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that the season ends in missed opportunities. You have Rondon and Fried. You guys mentioned, they both have Cy Young quality seasons, and they put about 5 innings in this season. And Toronto, until the Yankees change their approach, you're not going to win. Toronto, I believe, strike out. I was just counting it right now, about 21 times in this series. Anthony Volpe alone had 11 Ks. It's astonishing to think about, right? So when you put the ball in play, things are going to happen.
But we
The
knew
ball
that,
goes
Tony.
down a hole.
Like that's not an outlier. We talked to Buster about it before the series. That's what they do. That's who Toronto is. We said this is a different animal than you faced in the first round against Boston, and you saw in 4 games, very different team.
And I understand absolutely. I understand that, and the Brewers in the National League do the same. So my point here is that until the Yankees change their approach, or teams out there, I hope MLB is looking, and the teams are looking like in the formula to win. You have to put the ball in play, because if you put the ball in play, you keep the defense on their toes, and things like Jazz fumbling that ball will happen. Things will happen when you put the ball in play. Things are going to happen. If you in the 8th inning, you have Toronto coming in with Hoffman, and he's a little wild. He walked Ben Rice on a full count, but the balls were out of the strike.
Yeah, right. But here's the thing, though. Here's what the argument would be from the people in charge of the Yankees is they led Major League Baseball in runs this season. Like, so the goal, right, is to score runs. So during the course of 162 games, they led Major League Baseball in runs.
Yeah, and that's a good point, and I understand that the approach is that, but like you said, it's good for 162. When you get to the postseason, and this happens year after year, good pitching will always shut down good hitting, and that's a given. 100.
Well, no, because I mean,
you have
that's not right though. I mean, that's because what you just said would mean that good pitching, Max Fried, really good pitcher, would shut down this Toronto lineup, and he didn't do it. Carlos Rodon's a really good pitcher; he didn't shut down their lineup.
And I agree with you in there. Like, what I'm trying to say here is that the approach has to change in a way. Like, for example, go back to the 8th inning. You got the bases loaded. Now you're trying to cook something last second here. You're down 5-2, the bases loaded. Here comes Wells, and Hoffman just threw a ball of right that almost was a foot outside. And
no, I think it was a strike.
At the first, work the count. Even Joe Smo said.
Right, but I think that was a strike, though.
You want to get the pitcher to work the count.
Right, I get you, Tony, but I think that was a strike, actually. So what would you rather have? I mean, do you want Austin Wells down 1-0? I mean, down 0-1 in that at bat? Or his mindset is, guy needs to throw me a strike because he's having a hard time finding the strike zone, so I'm going to jump all over it.
If he hits the ball off the wall, it was the exact right thing to do.
As bad as the error from Jazz was, if Devin Williams comes in and does his job and doesn't give up the hit, we're not talking about Jazz's error. So
that's right.
And
if they were right on the broadcast too, because he got Springer and he was really good in that Springer at bat. And then with the next at bat, like this will be the biggest at bat of the game because either it's going to be bases loaded for Vladdy or 2 runs are going to score.
Correct.
And he got the base hit, 2 runs scored, and at that moment you realize the Yankees are not winning this game.
And then on the reverse of that, 2 outs, Austin Wells is up, bases loaded, similar situation, he flies out. You get nothing. So I mean, you had your
chances.
You had traffic in the last couple innings. You just didn't get the job done. When push comes to shove, man, players got to execute. And I don't disagree with the call. I don't love the idea that 1 through 9 we're focused solely on trying to get the ball in the air and hit home runs. Anthony Volpe, that should not be his game. Right? Like you have to have that's Aaron Judge's game. That's Stanton's
game.
And it's not even Aaron Judge's game because he hits 331. Like he won the batting title.
He does everything.
He does everything. But you had too many zeros in your lineup in this series. Let's call it what it is too. They didn't hit great in the Red Sox series.
They didn't. No, not at all.
So then you get into this series against a much better offensive team. Your starting pitching stinks, and you got guys like Grisham, Volpe, that are just outs. Like Volpe was an out. So it's like, I mean, you had one guy really going. That was it.
That's it in the whole series. So we said it before. How many guys were really good? Not a lot.
And I'll tell you right now,
lost.
If that's the case, you got to play almost perfect baseball. You got to get good starting pitching. You got to get great defense. Your bullpen's got to be lights out because if you're not going to be able to score or at least put together 3 hits or whatever it's going to take, because I guess that would be the mindset, right? Like when you go, you would think in your mind that going up against elite pitching, in order for me to score runs the way that Yankees fans want to score runs, I got to start piecing together how many hits to score a run. Right? It's going to be how many singles till I finally score a run. 3 singles and I finally score a run as opposed to, a walk and a home run. Now I got 2. But, again, to their credit, I don't want this to be like we're taking, this is just the Yankees lost because they stink. The Toronto Blue Jays won 94 games.
The Toronto Blue Jays are an excellent team.
Excellent team. And by the way, they had players in this series that had unbelievable series.
But I think the issue that Yankee fans have are why is Toronto better than us? Because they are. But why? Right? Let's break. Come back. Buster Olney on the other side. Then, of course, we got Raanan. We got Hasselbeck. We got it all. It's DNR with you. Post-mortem day right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads. Here she is. It's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. On this Football Thursday, let's see what's going on. Well, you're not going to be rolling through easily here on the Staten Island Expressway. Bumper-to-bumper traffic getting out toward the Verrazano Bridge into Brooklyn. The problem is accident on the upper level getting into Brooklyn, so watch for delays there. Traffic slowing down over on 130 South at Washington Place in North Brunswick with a collision inbound Holland, about 40 minutes with a stalled bus being cleared. Traffic is sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN, New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes.
know if my heart
Is my work stress affected?
It's time to up my
If my
cardio.
mom has something,
How will I find
it?
out?
It's time to get some blood work done. A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
Serving contractors, builders, and homeowners in the tri-state area since 1987, Brooklyn Window & Door is New York City's largest stocking dealer of quality Andersen window and doors. The professionals at Brooklyn Window & Door will help solve any of your window replacement needs or applications. Visit Brooklyn Window & Door's award-winning showroom to see the complete Andersen product line, including the 400, 100, A&E series. Andersen, built, backed, and serviced like no other window.
Visit Brooklyn Window & Door at 185 30th Street in Brooklyn or call 718-WINDOWS.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
Okay, girls, ready to go?
Yeah! Mom, I'm hungry. Can I have a snack? Me too, Mommy.
You want a snack?
Yeah.
Got it?
Children learn from our behaviors.
Mommy, can you open this,
All right,
please?
hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you.
They learn what is okay from the adults they see.
Mommy, are you on your phone?
If you're a distracted driver, chances are they will be too. What kind of driver are you raising? Funded by the Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
This one's for the flavor fanatics. Sour apple 5-hour energy shots don't mess around. They bring the bite. Tart, tangy, and packed with tasty caffeine, this little 2-ounce bottle punches above its weight. With 0 sugar and as much caffeine as a 12-ounce premium cup of coffee, it's the kind of pick-me-up that keeps your taste buds happy without the crash. And it doesn't stop at sour apple. There are 17 bold flavors waiting for you to discover. Pick one up in store or stock up online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon today.
Hey, it's Reese Davis. Let's be honest, you can't keep an eye on everything. Unless you've got Blink Outdoor 4 cameras. While you're focused on the game, Blink's keeping an eye on your home.
With up to 2-year battery life and with Sync Module XR, you can cover more space without constant maintenance. No wires, no worries. Blink helps keep an eye on what matters most. Get Blink today at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
The 1-2 to Bellinger. Swing and a miss, and that will end it. And the Blue Jays are going back to a league championship series.
Another season ends with the Yankees not winning a World Series.
The ending's the worst. They beat us in the series. Simple as that.
We didn't do our job, didn't finish the goal.
For me personally, one of the worst construction of a roster I've ever seen.
You transitioned from Juan Soto in this series, freed Bellinger, like all the guys you replaced Juan Soto with, they did not answer the bell.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Ray, you're very funny. It is all over. Now we have football to really look forward to.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be a great start tonight.
And we have 2 primetime games this week.
Standalones.
Yep.
Jets at 9:30.
Giants, Eagles, Jets on Sunday morning
How about
for the
Denver?
entire world to see.
Denver coming off a big win. And we got the Giants. We got the Jets followed up by the Giants.
Yep.
It's going to be.
Their next 3 weeks, I think, are Jets, Giants, Cowboys.
Nice.
For the Denver Broncos.
Well, I mean, listen, You watch the Cowboys defense against the Jets, you'd be like, oof, I don't know.
They look great.
All the guys all over the place.
He's a real problem, that guy.
I mean, I saw the video of Schottenheimer passing out game balls after that, or like doing what's that thing they do where they all say hey after he makes a stat?
Yeah, he just started picking that up. Anytime, anytime. It's working. Whatever. Yeah. It's working.
Like sack. I mean, it's like
they have 5 sacks.
James Houston had a sack. Yeah.
All right. So obviously we'll get to football a little bit later. Let's continue with the baseball and the Yankees and our dear friend. And this feels like it could be coming to an end.
No,
which is sad. Well, I don't know. Yesterday I poured my heart out and he didn't care.
Well, kind of, but I mean, we'll get him on Talk Vikings.
That's true.
We're gonna have some quarterback situations going on here with the Vikings.
Right.
So.
We'll get Mel and Buster on.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's bring him in. I love him. I don't know that he feels the same. He, of course, is Buster Olney. Good morning, Buster.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, sad. It's a sad day. Yankee season's end, and I suspect that we'll be talking less than we were, but we still have that. We still have that great lunch to look forward to down the road.
I look forward to that greatly. There's so much unpacking from this series, but is this as simple as just the Yankees lost to a team that was just considerably better than they are?
I think that's exactly right. The Blue Jays clearly, having constructed this lineup where they put the ball in play better than any other team, lowest strikeout rate in baseball, they perform better. From Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to Ernie Clement to up and down, Barger. Guys coming up with big hits, guys making plays. I don't think the Blue Jays are a great team. They finished the same number of wins as the Yankees, but I think they're much better suited for the postseason when putting the ball in play. After the summertime, when hitting home runs is a premium during the regular season, I think in the postseason, putting the ball in play is a big deal, and they did that well. And the Yankees, time and again, they would make mistakes, and it doesn't mean that Jazz Chisholm is a bad second baseman. It just means that that's a mistake he made in that moment that was huge, and it was decisive. I thought Schlittler he clearly did not have the same stuff he had against the Red Sox. His velo was down, but he pitched well, and they just let him down a couple times.
Well, it doesn't help. I mean, the Blue Jays hit 338 as a team in the series, and I think everyone outside of Aaron Judge hit 207 for the Yankees. I mean, it's just – let me ask you this question, though, Buster, because I was looking back to last year. Now, the Dodgers are, probably the best team in baseball, although RJ doesn't want to admit it yet. They led the postseason last year in home runs. Is it a case-by-case thing? Because we got a lot of calls today already that it's how the team is built and it's the Yankees' approach, and that's why they haven't ultimately won a World Series.
Look, I think they're a really good team. They're not close to being a great team. The inconsistencies in the bullpen, and they just had different spots in their lineup that didn't, they didn't get much out of. I saw Alex Rodriguez's criticism of the front office last night. I don't agree with that. I don't think it's a roster construction thing. I think Anthony Volpe didn't play well, and it's a big spot, and that was the thing for a lot of the season. To have 15 at-bats and have 10 strikeouts, that's the opposite of what the Blue Jays were getting, right? And the defensive mistakes, and they did at times. It felt like that the Yankees were the hunted rather than the hunters, with the Blue Jays just coming at you and assuming nothing, and the Yankees, just assuming, like when that throw came into the infield, I think it was in Game 3. And Jazz thinking that, the runner's not going to try to score and being like, oh, geez. And then when Vlad scored that run with that Superman dive into home plate in Game 3, Cody Bellinger, as he's approaching the ball, he's kind of thinking, he's going to stop at third. And he didn't, and he was surprised. And it felt like that happened a fair amount when the Blue Jays and the Yankees played this year.
Buster Olney with us here, ESPN New York. Aaron Judge, we talked about it yesterday, and you said, the whole thing about, if he has a bad game. He didn't have a bad game. He had another great game.
No.
He was phenomenal all postseason long. I know it's a painful end to the Yankees season for the fan base. Did he at least win the postseason where we don't have to have this conversation of, he can't produce in the postseason and he's not an ultimate winner and he has to win a championship to, get to where he wants to get to? Does that at least calm down for one off season now?
I hope so. I really do.
What more could he possibly do, Buster?
I know. I find it to be silly I mean, quite frankly, I've been thinking about this the last few days because I get asked all the time, is Aaron Boone going to get fired? Is Aaron Boone going to get fired? And and I've told you guys, George Steinbrenner basically started the Steinbrenner doctrine, which is if you don't win the World Series, then your whole year is a complete failure and you suck. And that whole mentality, I think, is so ridiculous. And look, Rick, you played at a high level, and I was thinking about this. While there certainly are folks in the Yankees organization, and there are Yankee fans who fully believe that way. You think about all the people with other organizations; they're also trying to do the same thing. Really talented people, whether it's players, Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, Andrew Friedman, who runs their baseball operations. Eric Neander runs the Tampa Bay Rays. All the people who are trying to win the same thing as you are. It's like a weekend of poker, and there's 30 players there, and they're all trying to win. And the idea that if you don't win, that you're a total failure and you're a loser, it's just stupid. And it doesn't reflect the nature of the competition. So to answer your question about Judge, he played his butt off. He was great. He had that, that at bat in game one with the bases loaded that didn't go well. But besides that, he played well. He's the best right-handed hitter we've ever seen. So I really hope that goes away. But you guys know, and I know, when we get to October next year is, can Aaron Judge win the big one? And that hangs over his head as it did for a while with Peyton Manning, Clayton Kershaw, other great players.
Buster, I think the problem is that Aaron Judge will say after the season, we didn't win a World Series, so it's a failure.
Right.
So, I mean, it's partly him continuing that, but I think it's also Yankees fans believe that Hal runs this like a business, that Hal's sole focus isn't winning a World Series. It's we're winning because we're in the postseason every year, and Brian Cashman's talked him into it's a crapshoot. So as long as we get there, anything could happen. And the more we put ourselves in, there's a chance we'll finally win a World Series.
Yeah, and look, there's no question that Hal runs it as a business in a way that George didn't. I mean, George was having $250 million payrolls when other teams were at 60. And it was cost be damned, and we're going to plow ahead. But as I mentioned, you guys, and I covered George, on a day-to-day basis, he was the biggest threat to what he was trying to build because of that impetuosity. So there's pluses and minuses, to the way that George ran it, the pluses and minuses, the way that Hal ran it. I say this, I think that the Yankees' effort to win a championship, I think it's greater than the perception. I think that they do make moves. We see it at the trade deadline every year. We saw it last winter when they signed Max Fried. When we see the list of payrolls and where the Yankees rank in that, they're not spending 4 times more than any other team, but they're still spending a lot of money, and they have a lot of great players, and they're actually pretty well set up for next year with some major holes that they need to get into.
All right, Buster, we're going to take 1 million calls on this and speak to 1,000 people who want to know. Boone, Cashman, can you put this to rest? They're both going to be back next season, right?
Yeah, unless Hal wakes up today and says, yeah, we need to totally change, they will be back. And I'll run through the same thing with you guys that, I've done on SportsCenter. Hal does not look at this the same way that George did. It's not, if you don't win the World Series, you're terrible and we're going to change everything and we're going to fire people. Hal takes a more nuanced view of success, that if you make it to the World Series they did last year, then you get credit for that. If you make the playoffs, you get credit for that. If you haven't had a losing season in 33 years, you're going to get credit for that. And he trusts Brian. I have no reason to think that Brian is that his tenure is going to end. And as Boone said to reporters last night, he's under contract. He fully expects to come back. Hal just doesn't work like his dad works. Like, he's viewed as a boss that is reasonable and that they can work with. And so the fact that we're all talking about them in October, and they just came off a season with 94 wins and had a shot to win the American League, I think he gives him credit for that in a way that George would never have given him credit.
Buster Olney joins us here on the show. Buster, last night, I know you watched every pitch of the game. Any decisions that were made? Because we're going to take phone calls for the next couple hours about Aaron Boone's thinking. Any decisions that were made last night that you kind of questioned? Like Volpe hitting in the 7th. Anything that stood out for you?
That's exactly the spot where I was like, come on, you got to pinch hit for him in this spot. I mean, there was just no expectation. You're down 3 runs. You got a runner at first base. You're trying to build the inning. There's no reason. He's given you no reason in this series to think, yeah, he's going to take advantage of this matchup against the lefty. Bring Rosario in. And I know, their thinking is based on, 2 years of Volpe data against left-handed pitching. That data against left-handed pitching, that is not what we're seeing right now. That's not what we saw in recent days. Volpe just looked like he had no clue at the plate. And so I was surprised he didn't pitch hit for him then. And I am going to be really curious to see what the conversation is in the organization about shortstop as they move forward, because I do think they have to, as they did at the end of the year, begin to consider all the possibilities and not just say, yep, this is Volpe's spot.
So I know it's a little premature and the season just ended, but when you look towards next year and you look at Trent Grisham and Bellinger and, what do you see this team doing? I would guess that Bellinger, they make an offer for him. I would think that they move on from Goldschmidt. I would think that Grisham is probably gone, but I don't know. You're around this team. You're closer to this team. What do you think?
Yeah, and there's some interesting things going on here because as they're having those conversations about Grisham and Bellinger, underneath those guys and underneath Kyle Tucker, it's a really thin outfield market, and it does feel like that they're going to need some help out there. Now, do I think that they will be, will spend, to get a Kyle Tucker, to get a Bellinger? I don't. I think that, given where, some of their other big contracts are, I don't think they're going to go nutty to get one of those outfielders. I think they'll settle for second line solutions and hope that some of these young outfielders, Spencer Jones coming up through the minor leagues, that he winds up being a guy who gets a lot of plate appearances. I think they're going to hope and bank on the idea that Jason Dominguez is going to grow. And, to me, the biggest concern going into next year is, man, you got to reconstruct that bullpen, because all year the bullpen was the Achilles heel in a way that we have not seen with the Yankees over the last decade.
Buster, if you could point to one thing in this series as to why the Yankees lost. I know they didn't hit. Starting pitching was really bad. What would be the one thing that you pointed to?
I think the performance of the starters in Game 1 and 2. I mean, Toronto just hammered those guys. That to me, put them behind. They never recovered from that. And to have Max Fried go out and get hit the way he was in Game 2, I think that was an absolute shocker for the Yankees, especially considering how consistent he was in the last month of the season.
How much more great Judge, we're talking about this, do you think we see? Like, he's going to be 34 at the start of next season. Are we looking at 3-4 years to try to break through and win a title with this guy?
Well, the great thing is, especially with the ABS system coming into play, and Judge, every team in baseball is going to have their internal rules for who can challenge and who can't, because some hitters have good temperaments and some are hotheads and challenge everything, and they're wrong often. That Judge is going to have carte blanche to challenge because he's a great eye and he understands the strike zone, and I think that's going to help augment something he already does really well. I think that, there's going to be at some point a natural erosion of skills, but I think when you have that particular skill of being able to judge the strike zone, it's much it's a slow descent. It's not a rapid decline where the guy shows up one day and he can't play anymore and he can't hit anymore. So I think he's going to be an effective player for the next, you would assume, 3 or 4 years. As he gets older, being that big and covering the strike zone probably will be more, such a challenge for him. The part of what amazes us about him and amazes people in baseball about him is he's that good of a hitter despite having such long arms and having to cover that big of a strike zone. And so as he loses his bat speed, whether it's 38, 39 years old, that probably would be the first thing that goes for him.
Buster, I got to tell you, with ABS, Aaron Judge could hit 360 next year.
No kidding.
Maybe
really,
even like a 370.
Maybe
Buster.
we
You
bet
think
on
that's
it.
possible?
Oh, man, don't even go there, okay? We're not doing double or nothing or anything like that.
I'm not offering you double or nothing. I want this debt paid off first.
No, I think he's going to benefit. You know, it's interesting because you think about the different guys in the Yankees lineup. He was the one guy who they might just say, you know what, just leave all the challenges to Judge. He
gets screwed the most.
Yes, exactly. And I am curious to see, how he's impacted by that.
Hold on 1 second.
Well, I thought that was your question.
No, I made a statement.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a fun little.
Who can tell?
A fun little joke. I only got one last question.
All right.
One last question.
Well, go ahead.
Buster, under the circumstances, right? Garrett Cole blows out his elbow, so it's great that you have Max Fried. I said this to Dave earlier, though. This is one of those series where you you really miss Juan Soto, right? Because Aaron Judge hits 500 in the series, and he's got no one else with him. You got Juan Soto in this series. All of a sudden, we're talking about something different, no?
Yeah, but I would say this too, that knowing what it was going to cost, and I'm just basing this off of reading the tea leaves, having known these people for decades at this point. My guess is that Brian Cashman's recommendation to Hal Steinbrenner was about Soto's contract was don't do it, because at some point that contract is going to become such a burden for the team going forward. It's going to hang on us, and please don't do it. And I'm sure that. There are days during the course of this season and days during this playoff when they were, that you could have thought that, boy, it would have been great to have Soto. But for the most part, I think there are people in baseball ops there who thank their lucky stars that they didn't sign Soto to that contract.
Toronto and
at some point.
Oh, sorry. I jumped you. I apologize. Go ahead.
That's okay. No. That's good. I think you guys know where I was going. I'm sure that there are people in the organization who are glad that they're not stuck with that contract.
Well, yeah, but, Buster, these are the same people that didn't necessarily want to give Aaron Judge the $360 million. It looks like a bargain now.
Well, no, it was the owner that jumped in there, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was up to Brian Cashman. You heard the deal he offered him in the first place that offended him.
Yeah, $213 million. Oh. And I think I've said this to you guys before. I think that, each of the people have their responsibilities in this relationship where, the general manager makes his best assessment based on the information and based on where the marketplace is, and then it's up to the owner to step forward and say, nope, we're doing it. Cost be damned, make it happen. That's what Hal did with Aaron Judge, and he tried to do it with Juan Soto, and they didn't get the player.
Thank God ownership stepped in. Could you imagine where this team would be if they let Aaron? What
a bargain Aaron Judge is right now.
Tweets were going out that Aaron Judge was going to go to the Giants. Could you imagine where this team would be if Aaron Judge decided to up and go to the West Coast?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I agree with you. Like, especially now where we've seen where the market's gone. Vladdy Jr. getting $500 million, Soto getting $765 with no deferrals. It makes the Ohtani contract, Soto's contract makes Ohtani's deal, Judge deal look like jokes.
It really is unbelievable.
It really
does.
Well,
but here's what I would say to those same people is that at some point, yes, that Soto deal is going to look like a bad deal. For the Mets, it's going to look like a bad deal. We all recognize that?
Of course.
But to the question you asked Buster earlier, if I get 3 more great years of Aaron Judge, don't we want to spend whatever it takes during it?
You need to build around Aaron Judge.
Because we already lived a life where we're saddled with a bad contract. You've been dealing with Stan for how many years? You know what I mean? So,
right.
at least try to win a championship for him.
Do you think the Yankees look at that at all, Buster, and say, okay, we know there's a finite amount of time that Judge is going to be this level of great. We need to go more all in? Or do they look at it and say, we're going as all in as we're going to go?
Yeah, my guess is that Hal does think of it that way. And I'm basing that's purely my speculation, but that's the reality of it. They know that they have this period of time. Garrett Cole comes back. He probably, in the second half of the year, he'll probably be effective and get closer back to being Garrett Cole. You have Judge. Now is the time. This team, without a doubt, has a core, especially in American League, that's down with the Astros. If you want to call it a dynasty, their dynasty kind of over, right? That group. The American League Central, Tarek Scoble's going to be a free agent after next year. So there's no dynasty in the Central. The Blue Jays are a really good team, but they have an older rotation. There is a vacuum there in the American League, and the Yankees are as poised to fill it as any team.
So this is kind of a bittersweet moment. We love having you on. We've had you on weekly. During the postseason, we've had you on almost daily, and I don't know the next time we're going to talk to you.
Sometime in the off season, we'll have to do that. Or if I swing through New York to visit my son at Hofstra, then then maybe we'll make that lunch happen.
I didn't know your son was at Hollister. Why are you holding that information?
You come
from
out
us?
to Long Island. There's a Peter Luger's in Long Island.
We could do the Peter Luger's on Long Island.
I mean, easy peasy.
Yeah. But the
well,
debt,
there we go.
The debt is going to have to be paid off, though, Buster. You understand that, of course.
I have set money aside, right? There's a 50-acre property in Vermont. I'm going to cash that in to pay for this lunch.
It won't be cheap, but it's going to be fun. We appreciate you every morning joining us. You're terrific at what you do, and we'll talk to you soon. Don't be a stranger.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. It was super fun.
All right. He's the best. Love him. That of course, is Buster Olney.
He really is the best.
He's great. He's great. He's just dialed in. He's fun. He's entertaining. He's knowledgeable. He's great.
Yeah, what's funny when he said that is like it's gonna look like a bad deal that you'll be saddled with. I'm like the Stanton deal that they're saddled with right now.
Right.
Only difference
the
only difference is that Soto plays every game.
Going to play and can play outfield. Right. Stanton in the outfield is
no, you can't play him.
Yeah, you can't. All right, so let's break.
Well, you can, but
not really.
You don't want to.
No, you can play him sparingly in right field.
If Judge can't throw, then you can play.
He had a good throw last night.
Yeah. Well, because this is it. What are you saving it for?
Right. And by the way, you know who really impressed me last night defensively? Vlad Guerrero.
Vlad Guerrero was
he made
very
a couple of
too.
really.
He did.
He turned a double play. Was a really. And my first thought, I said to Alex, I go, Pete's not making that play.
No, probably not.
All right, let's break. Come back.
McMahon's a dude.
Oh, great.
I mean, that play made in foul territory.
But you sacrificed the offense.
Well, he hit a home run.
I know, but he's not going to be.
And there's your problem.
Offensive
He
player.
had 2 hits, and McMahon hit the home run.
And there you go. All right, let's break. Come back. We'll get to a little NFL. Jordan Raanan is going to join us. Hasselbeck as well. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
Every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get into this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off, and if your player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you'll win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Rick for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost tokens on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last touchdown pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Don't take slow for an answer. Not so easy when you're stuck in traffic. But mere inches from someone else's bumper, you can dream of faster things. Like Optimum Fiber, the fastest and most reliable fiber internet, starting at $40 a month. So while you can't always switch lanes for a faster route, you can switch providers for a faster connection. Optimum. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/fiber today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This college football moment is brought to you by ServPro.
College football teams have moments they recovered from and made it like it never even happened. Like on October 2nd, 1993, when the University of California faced a 30-0 halftime deficit to Oregon. Cal went on a remarkable 42-11 run in the second half to capture a 42-41 victory, one of the largest comebacks in college football history.
ServPro, like it never even happened.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Why would we trade our best player?
Well, at least you got to watch him in person when he was here.
I named my only son after him.
So you'll always remember his name.
Yeah, but what do I do with this jersey?
Luckily, the company has a great return policy.
I wore it for 6 seasons.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I don't know if you've picked up on this, but RJ is snarky today.
A little bit.
He will go right after you. He is not in a great mood.
Which is amazing because he just came in here to replace your sheet that he had wrong in the first place.
Right.
So like they
Where were you on that one? Hang up, boy.
like living in the glass house, just firing stones all over the place.
But it's fine. I mean, he made a mistake. He came in here to remedy it. He didn't want me to
No, I
read
know.
the
But
wrong
then
time
when you're
of the
like,
game
okay, so
starting
let me
today.
get this straight. We'll go for 5. No, we'll go till 40.
Right.
Take a break. Then Jordan, and he's like, yeah, just like I said.
Right.
5-minute segment.
Right.
Relax.
Well, he's in a mood. And if you somehow cross RJ this morning, he's going to attack you.
Well, no, I knew he was in a mood.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like Thursday night games. Usually, like in the second he walked in here, he's like, I'm taking the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I hope they smash the Giants.
You know what would make you feel better, RJ? I think a large wager. I think a large wager, win or lose, really takes your mind off of last night's painful Yankees loss. That would be my guess.
Or potentially makes it more painful.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I don't know.
But at least if you bet large sums of money and you lose it, how much does the Yankees loss now pay you? That might go away.
No, I don't think. I think it just accumulates. No,
Yeah, listen.
I don't know.
Compounds.
I will admit, not a great place today. I'm fighting it. I've had to give myself a couple pep talks. Don't be mean to people. I think it started probably before the show because we were talking about parking.
And I got to be honest, as two Mets fans here, I speak for myself at least, and I think Rick as well. I don't think we've been bad to you at all.
No,
you've been great. This is just one of those days, unfortunately.
I haven't even mentioned that you were in another beautiful winter Parker tonight.
Tell you, walk in today though.
It's cold outside.
It was brisk. It was brisk. Yeah,
it's cold outside.
It was a little chilly.
I was actually going to text you guys.
I'm also bundled. It's cold.
Walked out of here yesterday, a little chilly.
Yeah, but today's much colder than yesterday.
Today's downright cold coming in here. It was like 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I'm sorry.
So soft.
I'm fighting it.
Why are you judging him? He's
having
having
there's a softness right now.
He's having a
There's
tough
a softness.
time.
For
A
wearing
soft-
sleeves?
A little soft. I mean, I get the feeling that you'd much rather be like cuddled up in bed, feeling sorry for yourself. Right
I'm
now
going
than
to
being
put
here
my hands around his neck
grinding.
and strangle him.
Listen, we don't all have these glorious muscles. Do you remember what sleeves are? Some of us wear them.
Look, this is sleeves. Look at Raymond. Raymond's wearing a short sleeve shirt.
Listen, some of us when we get cold we wear sleeves.
I mean, Raymond is also putting out the thirst trap videos during the gym experiences.
That was fun.
Ray's got glorious muscles too.
Glorious
Not all of us have these things. Okay.
So for RJ to cover up, what's he really covering up?
Yeah,
For me to cover up. What am I covering up?
He's got a terrific chest though. His chest always looks good.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Well, he prefers warmth. He's a man that appreciates a nice warm
Terrific
day.
Chest, terrific hair, apparently, according to
I feel like we get him like, what if we had like a Snuggie in here or something? Because there's no way when he walked out yesterday, like he was sweating.
It was warm yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, it got away from me a little bit.
Well, the problem is you look at the temperature differential from 4 in the morning till noon it could be 25 degrees.
You kind of got to pick. Am I going to freeze on the way in or look like a maniac on the way out?
Right. It's a good point.
Like you left yesterday, you're walking down the street. Did people cross the street to get away from you? Being like, look, there's a guy in a parka. Like, how strange is that?
When given the fork in the road, I chose maniac. Yeah.
That's fine.
Listen, other people we sat in on the big fancy meeting, they had nice quarter zips on as well. So
I feel like in the workplace environment, the
quarter zip is big.
Quarter zip is huge.
Very big.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm wearing one right now. It's a little lazy because you don't have to iron it usually.
But here's the problem I have with it. I have a real hard time getting the button-down shirt, like the collared shirt, underneath the quarter zip.
That's a nice look.
It is a nice look.
It's a nice look, but
Yeah.
I can't. I just have a hard time with it.
You put a lot. Well, you put a lot of effort into what you wear every day.
Yeah, every day.
You look nice.
You lay it out every night. The night
I have
before.
to. No
Yeah.
choice now. Otherwise, I get chastised by my wife. She yells at me.
Well, because light goes on. And
she's like, you can't go in the closet. And I'm like, come on, man.
Do you realize that when you leave, she can sleep for like another 4 hours?
Yeah. And then she'll complain that she's tired. I'm like, really? We want to do this now?
Uh-huh.
Remember what time I woke up, right? Yeah, but I need more sleep than you do. 3 hours is not a lot, honey.
It's not a lot. What'd you get last night, RJ? Because you can't have slept well. Did you do that every time you turned over middle of the night? You're like, oh, the Yankees lost. Oh, God.
Well, it's one of those where because Angie at one point, she's getting over a little sickness, and she was coughing at one point.
Morning sickness?
No.
Oh, congratulations, RJ. Yes, I've been waiting for this moment.
She was coughing.
Oh.
As a regular sickness.
Oh.
And at one point I woke up. First thought into my mind was not, I wonder what's wrong. It's like, the stupid Blue Jays. Now I got to listen to this cough.
Isn't that what's good for a cough, RJ?
Yes.
Cough medicine.
Yep.
Exactly.
Now watching Dan Orlovsky drink soup out of a can.
Yeah, what the hell is going on?
Was he drinking soup out of a can?
Yeah, what's wrong with today?
He was drinking out of a can.
Coffee.
No. He was drinking out of one of those cans in front of him.
Oh, that's strange. Anyhow, speaking of strange, Jordan Raanan will join us on the other side. We'll get into the Giants and the Eagles, and you can really be excited about what should be a great football game tonight. It's DNR with you on ESPN New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
You know so much about who you are. But do you know what makes your body your body? With over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help you know the truth. Because you know you're made of grit, wit, and a good heart. But just how healthy is that heart? You know you're made up of all the places you've called home. You know you're made of your mom's sarcasm. And now you can find out if you have her thyroid too. You know you're made of college all-nighters and 30s early-nighters, but those still don't explain your sleep issues. You know that you're made up of good meals with even better conversation. But are you actually absorbing those nutrients? A Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
The Fox Nation Patriot Awards returns for a new year.
Are you ready to get the show started?
Join host Sean Hannity and special guests and be part of the celebration live in New York. Tickets are available now. Go to foxnation.com/Patriot Awards.
Paying extra for tire care is BS. You know, bad service. So at Midas, we're rolling out our BS-free tire guarantee, included with paid installation and tax on every purchase. You'll pay nothing for flat replacements, nada for flat repairs, and zilch for tire rotations every 5,000 miles. That's $0 for all that. So with this limited lifetime tire guarantee, you'll pay a whole lot of nothing compared to what the other guys charge for tire care. That's the BS-free tire guarantee, only at Midas.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Who knew caffeine could taste this good? With 5-Hour Energy Shots, caffeine just got a serious flavor upgrade. We're talking big flavor, from watermelon to strawberry banana to sour apple. Packed into a tiny 2-ounce bottle, you'll get as much caffeine as 12-ounce premium coffee with 0 sugar and also 0 crash. And with 17 bold flavors to choose from, there's a shot for every mood. Find your favorite flavor in-store today or grab a variety pack online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon and give your caffeine a flavor upgrade.
Talk about stepping up. Bang! Bang!
It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments.
The electricity is palpable.
Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team. Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. I want to read this properly because RJ fixed it, and now it's right. Yep. So, because when it's game time, it's Tully time. Rangers look for their first win of the young season.
First goal.
Right, that'd be nice as well. They're in Buffalo taking on the Sabres, 7 o'clock. Islanders start their season in Pittsburgh against the Penguins, who beat the Rangers the other night, also at 7 o'clock. And the Devils drop the puck against the Hurricanes at 7:30 in Carolina. And then, last but not least, the Giants host the Eagles at 8:15. And that's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. We usually have this guy 7:35 on Fridays, right, but we'll have him on 7:35 this morning because the Giants and the Eagles play tonight. And that is our dear friend, Jordan.
I still can't believe he did that, by the way.
How is the Daniel Jones Express going, Jordan?
I'm not looking that dumb anymore, am I? Like to have supported Daniel Jones there and saying that they should be able to make it work.
Well, with the Giants, though.
Time out. Let's get one thing straight. It wasn't your supporter Daniel Jones that made you look dumb. Yes. It was riding on your kid's train with a conductor hat that made you look dumb.
I'm the conductor.
I mean, there's not really much I can say about that, you know?
Be honest now. If you could go back in time and undo the fact that you did a bit where you went on your son's mini train.
Nah, that's a good shtick.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
You would do it again?
I would do it again. The finger on the pulse was also a good one. I don't know if you guys are aware of that. My finger would, the pulse of my finger would rise up when I sensed a Giants victory coming. Wow. But it has been dormant for now several years because I can't get myself to.
Is that the only time your finger would rise up?
Sorry. But it changes tonight, right? Like the Giants, they beat the Eagles. I would guess is your opinion tonight.
Yeah, this is the one. No, I mean, come on, this is a tough one, huh? I Saquon Barkley off 6 carries, that would concern me. Yeah, that would concern me if I were the Giants.
His doc drops tonight too.
I know. I watched it. It's pretty good.
Is he the victim here? Is that what we're going to see when we watch this documentary?
Well, the documentary is bigger than that, but I think the Giants part of it and the Giants, fans are just going to harp on that part of it. But technically, it's a story about a player who it starts with him tearing his knee. He does video diaries for 5 years from there, and then it ends with him not being able to get the contract, struggling to come back from that injury, and then winning a Super Bowl with the Eagles. So if you're like a non-biased fan and you don't really care about it, you're going to be like, wow, that's a good story.
Yeah, but I can't watch this.
You're gonna hate it.
No, I'm not going to watch it.
It's going to make you sick.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm going to pretend it never existed.
And
RJ, can we put that on the studio?
To me, what's really rare is that they play full phone calls of him with John Mara and him, maybe not the entire phone call, but you hear the bulk of what they're going back and forth. One with him and John Mara, and one with him and Joe Shane. And they're actually trying to. They're during both those conversations, they're trying to convince him that we're not going to trade you, we're not going to move you. By the way, it's best for you. You should realize, and this is what they're selling him. It's best for you, Saquon. You shouldn't leave. It's going to be bad for you if you leave. And boy, did that.
Yeah, it's really turned out terribly for him. Yeah.
Well, no, I don't. Here's what I don't understand though, and I don't want to get stuck in this, but my question for you would be this: and I haven't seen it yet. I just read the quotes. If that's the case, and you're on a phone call with the owner, and he has that kind of relationship, and it's like, no, we can't trade you. You're too valuable to us. It's going to be in your best interest. So I'm assuming now, with you saying that, is I'm going to get a deal done.
Right.
Why is it that when push came to shove, owner doesn't just step in and go, Joe, we're signing Saquon Barkley? Like, why? It almost felt like it was for TV to prove to people that he's not that involved. No, you do what you want, Joe.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they gave Joe Schoen full autonomy on this. I mean, that's what you walk away thinking that is, jeez, he does not like Joe Schoen. Like that is blatantly obvious, and that his whole contention, like, and you could believe whatever side you want, was that he never liked the way the negotiations went, and that's why they never got a deal done. And like if they were honest with him and really treated him the way he thought he should be, that he would have signed. That's his contention. You could believe whatever you want. I mean, I'm sure there's both sides of the story. But he thought the first offer, when they first started, was kind of insulting, and the Giants and Joe Schoen thought he should have taken it, and it never repaired itself from there. It was over essentially at that point. And we're talking about that was the bye week during the 2022 season when things were going well. Remember?
It's difficult to remember back that far.
How about the last time you won a Thursday night game?
Yeah, I'm sure you heard this. 2015.
Yeah,
2015. It's only been a decade and counting, and they've lost 8 straight games in the division. Like, things are going well. But receivers tonight. Oh, yeah. So I mean, obviously no Malik Neighbors. That's the theme every week. Darius Slayton is now hurt. My only hope is I get to see Lil Jordan Humphrey. Will I get to see him running routes tonight?
Yeah, I think at some point we might. I mean, but what we're going to see is a lot of 2 tight ends like we saw the other day. I mean, that's what the Giants have healthy right now. I mean, Daniel Bellinger was their leading receiver in this last game. Theo Johnson caught a pair of touchdowns. We're going to see the Giants run a lot of 2 tight end sets and 3 tight end sets, and they ran it 42% of the time the other day. I think it might be over 50 in this game. And they're very short on wide receivers right now. So, Jalen Hyatt played some, didn't even notice he was in the game, right? He just runs deep and occasionally will just chuck the ball up to him, even if the guys are back there. That's when he gets the ball. It's wild, but yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of 2 tight ends and a little bit of mix of Jalen Hyatt, Little Jordan Humphrey, Bo Collins, alongside Wan'Dale Robinson.
Can you do me a favor, be a dear, and tell Bo Collins before the game, maybe finish your route. Like, if there's a slant, you slant on the play. Like, you go all the way through the assigned route.
Yeah, he pretty much admitted that. He messed that up. Yeah, but this is what happens, Dave, when you're playing undrafted rookies in regular season games, like in significant roles. Like, these are the kind of things that happen. And even on a lesser scale, I mean, Jaxson Dart, Cam Scatterboot, like, if you're going to play these guys in such big roles, especially as a rookie, you kind of have to take the rookie pain with it, right? Like, the rookie mistakes. And I think that's kind of a little bit what we saw on Sunday in New Orleans.
Yeah, right. But, Jordan, I mean, there are no better options. Now, I know Dave can't wait to see little Jordan Humphrey, but, I mean, you got a rookie quarterback playing his 3rd game going up against the Philly team that's going to be highly motivated on Thursday night, right? It's going to be hard enough without Malik Neighbors. Now you lose Darius Slayton, who, I don't know if you know this or not, getting paid $12 million.
I can't stand. I can't stand him, Jordan.
I know you. Look.
I know it doesn't even make sense to you.
Darius Slayton is a quality player in the NFL. I know he played awful last week.
Oh,
he played awful. He's a quality player in the NFL.
Last week,
and
Jordan.
$12 million is what you get for a quality wide receiver. You know what the really good wide receivers make in this league? $112 million. Like, that's essentially the difference. Like, Darius Slayton's contract is $36 million. The real receivers make $136 million. Like, so that's what you're getting. You're getting Darnell Mooney. You're getting Darius Slayton. Like, that's the level of wide receiver you're getting for the $12 million a year these days. That's the reality.
Well, I'm not okay with it.
Jordan, I know the mistakes. You had the 5 consecutive turnovers. What happened to the defense against New Orleans?
Yeah, the defense didn't play great. They weren't able to get pressure. They were getting the ball out real quick. And if your coverage is bad, which it was, and you don't know your assignments, and they're able to hit quick passes on you, it's going to negate the pass rush. And I think that happened a lot in that game. They just weren't able – they didn't just go sit back there. And there's not a lot of times you could go back there and look and say Spencer Rattler was sitting back there in the pocket for 5-6 seconds. No, it was just get the ball out quick. But when your secondary is not working with the pass rush, it's easy to just connect on quick passes, and I think that's what happened there. And the secondary has been bad. There's no way around it.
But Jordan, why? Like they spent big money on Adebo. They took Newman at the top of the second round.
Holland.
Javonte Holland, they spent big money on him this offseason. Deonte Banks was a first-round pick, and in my estimation, the only reason he even steps on the field is because he was a first-round pick. Drew Phillips is someone they like. Like, how is it again? Like, offensive line is always bad. Secondary is always bad. How is that possible? And why are we not discussing the lack of success with these different units about Joe Shane? Because he's the guy that's supposed to put this together.
I agree because, look, last year the secondary wasn't good, right? We say, fire the secondary coaches, Jerome Henderson, Mike Trier. They're gone. Some of these guys are still struggling and still having the same problems. So at some point, what do you have to say at that point? You know what? It might be the players we're bringing in here. Like, to me, that's what it says. Like, we can't. There's no one else. They're running out of people left to blame when you're Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, and you lost 18 of 22 games.
Oof.
Right? And to me, that's what it is. It's okay. Maybe Deonte Banks just isn't a very good player. Maybe Tyler Newman. We were hopeful for him, but maybe he's just not a very good player. And like the struggling with angles was something that was there last year, but we saw enough where we're optimistic about him coming into the season. And at some point you have to realize, okay, maybe the internal evaluations are off here on what we have as players. Remember, the Giants also brought back 10 of 11 guys on offense and said the quarterback was the entire problem.
Yeah, and that's worked out. Jordan, speaking of quarterbacks, give me your assessment of what you saw from Jaxson Dart.
Look, Jaxson Dart brings certain skills to the table at this point, right? He's able to move. He's able to make plays with his legs. You could see the talent there. He's going to go through growing pains. It's going to be up and down. I mean, Tom Coughlin talked about last night at his charity event about how rookie quarterbacks, this is sort of what's going to happen with them. There's going to be times where they're going to be good, and there's going to be times where they're going to be bad. And it happened with Eli Manning, if you remember. Dave, was the Baltimore game?
0.0 QBR. I thought there was a decent chance he was going to die during that game. Yes.
He didn't make it through the game. They took him out of the game. They benched him in the game. Right? He didn't. So there are going to be times where Jaxson Dart's learning on the fly, and I think we're seeing that. And what we do see right now is he's able to make plays and go off script and make plays with his legs. He's not really able to throw in the pocket right now. Right? I mean, let's be honest. He has 300 yards passing in 2 games, a little bit over. He threw 24 times for less than 100 yards in the second half. When they have to just sit back there and pass from the pocket, it's going to be difficult for him right now. He's learning. And so I think that's where he's at right now. He can make plays, but if you have to make him just sit back there in the pocket and read defenses at this point, that's going to be a struggle for him.
Right, but how much of that is just, him struggling as a rookie or him just struggling with the fact that he's got no Malik neighbors and, outside of Malik neighbors, who else is actually creating separation for him?
Yeah, it's probably a combination of everything. You're right, because I don't think he would be overly successful just throwing from the pocket as a rookie. They're going to throw all different blitzes at him, every different coverages that he probably hasn't seen, all these different things. And, the fact that he's then throwing to a receiving core that's insufficient only adds to the problem. So I think you put it all together, and this is where you stand with the Giants. And there'll be some good moments, and there'll be times where the offense just stumbles and struggles, and he's going to have to run around and make plays off script.
Jermaine Illuminor, I know he was questionable. Where are we with him tonight?
Yeah, I expect him to play. I spoke to a source yesterday, so sort of indicated that Jermaine Illuminor will be out, should be out there. It matters to him to make sure he's out there for his team and be out there for 17 games this season. Something he's never really done is start a full 17 games, and that's something that I've talked to him in the past. I remember when he was questionable for a game that he really wanted to do. So I expect him, as long as he feels good this morning, Jermaine Illuminor will play, which helps because, to be honest with you, their tackle duo is pretty good with Andrew Thomas out there and Illuminor at right tackle. It's the interior that you worry about.
It's the rest of the offensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's the middle.
Right.
That's the problem.
It's the meat of the bread. The bread is great, but the meat of the sandwich is really, very
It would be
unsightly.
fine if it was just one guy here, one guy there. But with the Giants, it's always like, no, it's all 3 in the middle. So it's like, hey, pick your poison. Hey, you know what? Like Chris Jones, like, hey, we don't even need to move him around much. We could just keep him in the middle, and he could be good against any of those guys.
It's really amazing, though, that they have that win against the Chargers. Everyone feels great.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game that you circled to win, you go down and lose.
And you led 14-3.
Spencer Rattler's first win. Jordan, I'll ask you an injury question because I know Dave's going to want to ask you what's going to happen tonight. Tyrone Tracy, you expect him to play or no?
Yes, he has no injury designation, so we're going to see Tyrone Tracy. I don't know in what kind of role. I think we're going to see him in sort of a split-type role with Cam Skattebo. Maybe so Skattebo's not taking so many hits, and you could preserve him long-term here. I think that's probably best for everybody with the way he plays. And, it's I think it's actually a good combination because Tyrone Tracy has that more home run hitter ability where Cam Skattebo brings that, I'm going to lower my head and run through you. I actually have a story that I didn't even check yet, but it should have published this morning. I'm Cam Skattebo, and just the kind of personality he is. He's actually right up your alley, Rick. You should read it.
Yeah, I think everyone likes him. I liked him when he played.
How could you not like him?
Oh, yeah, but I think his teammates, it was funny, though. I was watching the mic'd up, and they were saying on the sideline, it was DeMario Davis was like, that bad kid at football camp.
Yeah.
He's like, and at one point, they picked him up so his feet were off the ground.
So the story's just a bunch of vignettes and stories of, like, what kind of guy, like, about Cam Skattebo, and, like, Jaxson Dart's story was, like, the first time they met, 3 seconds in, they just headbutted each other. And then they go to the rookie premiere, and, like, he barely knows the guy. And Jaxson Dart's sleeping, and he wakes up, and Cam Skattebo's giving him wet willies and, like, putting food on his face. So that's what I mean. Tell me that's not right up your alley.
Right up his alley. Yeah, and if he did it with no pants on, that would even be more,
you gotta be naked
more right up his alley.
If you're naked while you do it.
Then it would be unbelievable.
They didn't mention that part. But.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm guessing you're going to take the Giants tonight to win this game and maybe comfortably. Where are you as far as a prediction on this one?
Yeah, the Eagles coming off a loss, and it's the whole Saquon thing. Unless they're really something that's really that wrong there. Like, I don't.
Well, you'll know tonight. Like, if the Giants go out there and beat the Eagles, yeah, then it's time to panic if you're Philadelphia.
I do think that Jaxson Dart, he's going to go out there and compete and grind and get the Giants some point. Like, they're not going to. It's not going to be like the past couple of years where that they're going to score 10 points or less in this game. Like, I think he can get them some offense, and just by using his legs and creating, and they'll at least reach double digits in this game.
Oh, boy.
The Eagles are going to score a lot.
All right. So Giants cover the number?
The Eagles are going to score a lot?
Rick is going to take the Eagles. I think RJ is as well.
Well, no, he just said that he thinks the Giants will get to double digits.
Yeah.
It could mean 10.
Right.
And the Eagles are going to score a lot.
All right. So do you like the Eagles to cover the 7.5 point spread?
31-14 or something?
31-14. So jump all over it.
Well, you just told me their secondary stinks.
That's it. Well, you've seen it.
So Saquon's going to be able to run the ball, and then A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith.
Right. Is this more of a get-right game for Saquon tonight or A.J. Brown? Like, do they just pick and choose who they want to get right?
Well, they tried to get A.J. Brown right last game, and they basically sacrificed the game. Like, wouldn't it be nice if you were in a position where you could be like, we just got to keep these guys happy. We're basically going to lose this game, and if we lose this game by trying to keep them happy, it's not a big deal. We're 4-1 anyway, That, to me, from a distance, that's what it feels like happened there.
Maybe. That's great. All right. Well, thank you for all you do. Thanks
you
for
got the Giants on Thursday night. Give me some excitement.
What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know.
Dave's the one who's lacking excitement.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, don't say that.
This
if
is what
I
he got
lack
in trouble
excitement,
for.
now I get jumped by everybody here at the station. Don't do that again.
I know what I'm doing here. I'm gaslighting.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. We have an open chair here next summer. You will not be filling it.
Oh.
All right?
Is he the boss? Does he run things around there?
He's kind of a diva.
I guess so,
I got to tell you, Jordan.
Did somebody tell John he's been replaced?
No. But John confers with me hey, how do you feel about Jordan? And in the past, I've always said, I love Jordan. Bring him in. This coming summer? I don't know.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Jordan just won the summer, though.
Yeah, but you know what? He wasn't treating me like that.
Jordan, all of a sudden, this is so Dave. He's so, like, I tell him I'm in the middle of, like, a lunch/golf outing yesterday, and then I try and do it, and he gives me crap during the whole thing because it's not going smoothly. Like, Dave, I was trying to do you a solid and a favor.
If that's a solid. I mean, you should have seen it. So he joins my
your
YouTube.
obsession.
Yeah, right. And he's golfing.
Well,
he's at a golf simulator, and he's like, "Hang on." I'm like, "So what do you think about the Eagles like defensively matchup?" He goes, "Hang on a second. I gotta tee off."
My shot.
And he
it was
walks
the 11th
over.
hole at Pebble Beach.
And then he hits a shot, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm back." And then
it was a beautiful shot, Rick. I hit my rescue.
Look at him.
Beautiful.
So happy.
210, right?
Oh,
right,
210,
yeah,
nice.
Right down the middle. It was perfect.
At least he did you solid.
Listen, he's a good friend.
Yeah.
I do love Jordan.
If you want to know what Jordan looks like, just get on YouTube because his face is in the camera.
Yeah, he's going to eat the camera.
RJ set me up. RJ, did you set me up for failure here?
No, never.
They're telling me I'm too close to the camera.
RJ's in the camera.
RJ, it feels like his nose is going to hit. I'm going to bump into his nose.
Listen, that's it.
Now he's too far back.
Yeah, now he's too far back.
Too far back.
Oh, no, we're on delay.
Oh.
There.
Right there is
Yeah,
perfect.
there you go.
Yeah, that's the
I don't
sweet
see.
spot.
I don't see the
Well, there it is. That's the sweet spot. There we go.
A little bit better. How's Brody doing? Is he watching any football this year?
The Bills. He was disappointed the Bills lost on Sunday night.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good. We're making progress.
At least he feels pain with this football team. That's good. Right? First step. All right. I know you got to take the kids to school, or so I hear. We'll talk to you. Giants win tomorrow morning. We do an hour with you, okay?
All right, deal.
All
you know what time I get? I get home at probably like 3:30.
Do me a favor. Do not complain about lack of sleep.
All right, goodbye.
I already got in trouble for that.
For what?
For saying it on my wife, but she's like, really?
Oh, she texted you and said, really? You air that out on the air?
Yeah.
You're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. We have observations, and did it happen in Florida, right?
Right now?
Why, did you want to?
I might pee my pants.
You got to go to the bathroom?
Yeah, badly. I totally forgot this was the long segment.
Well, you only got 25 minutes to hold it. You're in trouble?
Yeah.
Think he'll make it?
We'll see.
Maybe you extend here.
Maybe I use this bottle.
Well, I do not recommend that.
Why? You can't see me under the desk.
I mean, how quickly do you think you can go from your chair up, out, back in your chair? 90 seconds?
He's got to unlock the door.
No, but he's on his phone. 90 seconds? 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
You have it open.
I think I get 2 minutes.
All right. So why don't you get up and go? See, I'm such a good teammate. I would never leave him in this scenario. But up he goes, and now he's running. RJ!
Hi.
RJ!
Hi.
You're not in a good way today.
Not great, no.
You're very upset. And I understand why you feel like that. Maybe you make yourself feel better with some observations. Do you think that's possible?
I can try.
Raymond, make himself.
These extra tape on their knob make their knob bigger.
Are knobs.
What was your best sport in school?
By far, tennis.
Oh my God!
Shake
all right.
And this
Can you just put on that Rothenberg guy?
is Knobservations.
That has a nice ring to it. DiPietro and Rothenberg.
I don't think you're Rothenberg.
What I don't understand is why you, who creates these magnificent opens, uses every platform to embarrass me.
Maybe I should change my ways.
Well, maybe you should take some shots at Rick or you. I mean, this is your created segment. Why don't you take some shots?
Yeah, you bring up a good point.
Well, why is it always after me?
I have to change my ways.
I think so.
What's the name on the show?
DiPietro and Rothenberg. Okay, well, why does Rothenberg take all the slings and arrows? How about DiPietro takes a shot or two?
I mean, he's off peeing right now. So.
Right.
By the way, this isn't going to be the DF. No amount of people have reached out to me more so. Did you see what happened last weekend at a certain shopping center in Brooklyn?
Yeah. Oh, there was a big fight at your Costco.
Panic at the Costco.
In the time that we've been doing the show, there have never been more people that reached out to me.
So many people that I was getting emails saying, please check with RJ and see if he got my DM because I sent him video of a fight at the Costco.
Do you look at my story differently now?
I think that you're weak-minded. I think the fact that you can't go into a Costco and go in,
navigate,
get what you need.
There was a rumble.
Over a shopping
cart.
But
what happens if he gets caught up in the mix?
It's not
I
safe.
still can't wrap my head around how that
So
whole thing happened.
if you put your hands on a shopping cart and another larger gentleman, and odds are he would be larger. There's nothing wrong with that. RJ knows he's in like the 5th percentile. And
I don't know that was necessary.
Probably not. But if somebody else puts their hands on the shopping cart, you say, you know what, you take it. You prevent the rumble, RJ.
I think you've now surpassed the level of mean I was to you. The teeter-totter's now gone back the other way.
It sounds like the open is justified right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
See, the thing is, I was mean to you off the air. You're mean to me on the air, so you look like the bully.
I'm willing to live with that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Anyway, it's unsafe there.
I actually got a video, too, of a, speaking of fights, 6 a.m. Dunkin' Donuts fight.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I got to tell you, you've messed up my algorithm so bad.
Sorry about that.
I get so many videos that are right along the lines that the things that you've been sending.
Really?
And now
This
I'm
is all his
questioning
fault.
myself. I'm questioning myself.
I shouldn't be the one that has to be exposed to all this by myself.
Well, why do you drag us down?
And it's all the same content.
Debauchery.
It's all the
Tell
same
me you don't like that
content.
one guy that does the karate moves. That doesn't make you smile.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
did you guys, I know Raymond did, and you could be honest, did you open the link I sent yesterday, early evening, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock?
I don't even remember this.
Oh, boy.
4 or 5 o'clock.
Awful announcing.
There was
maybe.
an article
Yeah, I read that.
written about our show.
I did.
Okay, good. Because I didn't know if you saw it. There was no response other than Ray.
He's very upset that I'm the only one who
I didn't give
reacted.
you a
Ray
thumbs up?
responded nice.
Ray did, but
Yeah.
I didn't even get a sarcastic thumbs up.
Well, Rick gave the thumbs up to my comment, which was.
By the way, Rick's texting me videos. I'm giving thoughtful responses. You know what he's doing? Liking them.
Yep.
Thumbs
Well,
up.
I gave you exclamation points.
That's what you guys have created
You're
now.
sending a message.
All I know is at that very same time, my concern was with Dolly Parton, and Raymond sent me an article that said she's fine, or video
It's
she's
not
fine.
It's her.
It's her
on
saying
Twitter
I'm fine, and that's where my mind went. Because I'm not ready to lose Dolly Parton.
Don't want to lose Dolly.
No.
As strong as ever, Dave.
You don't want that.
Thank God.
So Giants, Eagles tonight.
I feel like those things would limit a lot of the things you tried to do, though.
I think they'd buoy you to.
You
Well,
think that
swimming, but I'm just saying, like, just in life.
You think that would stop him?
No, not him, but I'm just saying.
When he's not saying me.
I don't think if he had those, I don't think he'd leave his house.
I never would.
John wouldn't.
John couldn't.
John's another story. John's
So the Giants and the Eagles will play football later.
Yeah.
The trio of Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and A.J. Brown had a meeting, a players-only meeting.
They're 4-1, mind you.
Two places I want to go with this. Yeah, no team's ever had more internal issues or player meetings and being way above 500 than these Eagles. Rick, first, before I get into the second part, do players' meetings actually work?
I think it depends. It depends on the team. Yes, sometimes they do. A lot of times they don't.
So there was a report, where I'm going with this, that they met for, like, numerous hours.
Hours?
That feels like a long time.
Well, it feels like maybe there's something really wrong. What would you need to meet for hours?
Well, no, I
about?
mean, I think it's, first of all, they've won a championship.
A half hour of it was probably Jalen Hurts just dropping inspirational quotes.
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily inspirational quotes. I mean, some of the meetings that I've been a part of, it's if you feel like there's tension that's built up, or if there's, things that need to be said because, I mean, you know how locker rooms, you guys have spent time in locker rooms, even offices, the same thing. Like, get the little clicky pieces of the office.
Of course.
And if you got rumblings that, like, there's some people that aren't happy doing with this or this, that, I mean, that's poison. So if we can get together and now make this the safe space where, hey, let's air it all out. Get it out of your system, right? No one's feelings are going to get hurt. Just say what you got to say, and we'll move forward, and it can be productive.
Can I ask you how many times you go into those with that mindset but come out of it where someone's feelings do get hurt?
Pretty much every time someone's feelings get hurt.
Yes.
So
we almost had a coach get killed in one of them.
Oh.
So somebody comes out of that feeling worse than they went into it.
Well, because usually a lot of the pent-up frustration could be geared towards one or a couple players that you don't think are giving you everything you need. Like, I'm sure A.J. Brown heard some things. Like, we don't need you posting cryptic tweets because you're not getting the football. Saquon's got to get the football. DeMonte Smith's got to get the football. Goddard's got to get the football. Like, we're 4-0. Shut your mouth. We're trying to defend a championship.
That's what I said.
Like, we had a meeting with Milbury. He comes in and he starts punching the dry erase board. He's like, this is not a meeting. He's punching it, and he starts killing everybody. And then finally he's like, I think I've told you the story before. He's like, anyone else have anything to say?
Oh, one of the coaches like, yeah, I do.
And poor Lorne. Butchie goes, no. And then poor Lorne, who's the nicest guy, Lorne Henning, of all time. Love the man. I look over in the corner. I was like, no. Please, Lorne. Let's just get this thing over. He goes, you know what? I got something to say. We're all like, oh, no.
And you knew at that moment.
He's like,
tried to turn it into an airing of
he's
grievance.
like, you know what? Maybe if you got off Butchie's back and let him coach, we'd have different results. And we were like, did he really just say that? And then Mike goes, that's interesting, Lorne. Let me think about that. You know what? It's a good idea. Bleep you, Lorne. Bleep. And he started screaming that, got in his face. We're like, oh, my God, he's going to fight.
That sounds comfortable.
He's going to fight Lorne. Yeah,
that
it's crazy.
sounds really comfortable.
So Saquon Barkley was asked about this. I always wonder, too, if it's a players-only meeting, how do people find out? Because I would think
they leak it to the media.
Yeah. So Saquon was asked about, not saying he did the leaking, but he was asked about how effective this meeting was.
Yeah, we had a conversation, but I'm not going to speak too much on it. That conversation is meant to stay between us. Focus was all about the team, and I think it was a good thing.
All about the team. You know who's maybe taking a genius approach to this?
I think this might be the smartest thing he's ever done.
Who's this?
Brian Dable was asked about the team meeting.
Uh-huh.
And so, Coach Dable, they had a team meeting. What are you seeing on tape in terms of their offense and what they might be meeting about?
Yeah, you watch all the games, and you watch him when he's out there. Get open, big, strong, fast, has good hands, can run any route you want him to run. I'm sure they can throw him the ball as many times as they want. That means Saquon doesn't get it, or give it to Saquon, and AJ doesn't get it. There's one ball. They're all really good players. Smitty, I mean, I've been around Smitty. I think he's an exceptional receiver, too. So watch the tape. AJ's open a lot.
AJ's open, baby.
Open a lot.
Throw it to AJ.
Yeah.
This may be the smartest thing.
If I was AJ, I'd feel away, too. I'm always open.
Force
don't
feed.
throw it to me.
Force feed AJ Brown.
You think he goes up to Dable before the game like, thank you, Coach.
Come get me.
I am open.
Come get me, Coach.
I'm open all the time. It feels like listen, I don't know how every player's mindset is. I think we go in with, as fans. I mean, Rick, you obviously were a player. Of, hey, I want to win as much as possible. I want to win every single year. I do imagine, though, Rick, there's probably a population of guys higher than we think.
Yep.
I got one. All right. Let's get back to me a little bit.
I think that there are guys that don't even care about the one. Like, their definition of winning is different than actual winning. Like, you lose, but they got, it's football, 8 catches, touchdown, over 100 yards. They're pumped.
Well, they're winning games. He's not catching balls, and he's miserable. So, clearly there's a disconnect.
Like,
there.
I play with a guy who would, just as long as he scored.
It's great.
We could win, 6-0. Everyone's fired up. He didn't have a point, and he's
miserable.
Sitting in the corner with a pouting face.
Oh,
it's like, are you serious?
That would drive me crazy.
That's how I approach this show. Did I get mine today?
that as long as you do a good observation, it doesn't matter what anybody else does.
No, we can go off the air
right.
after this.
So stuff you missed 9:15. That's your moment to shine.
Yeah.
Rest of the show.
Yeah, you should have seen him in the meeting yesterday.
Matter.
He had a couple of sick numbers he threw around.
Right.
Guys like, you got great hair. Didn't matter if the deal was done.
So who won the meeting? You or him?
RJ.
No,
sounds like RJ.
No,
won.
Rick.
RJ won the meeting.
No, Rick. Rick had the amount of background information he had. I've never seen someone have more information on a possible partner than Rick.
Rick does his homework.
It was very impressive. I think the gentleman was impressed as well.
I almost got a job.
Sure
I felt like he was going to hire me. Would you like to give hair transplants? I knew that
Easier.
much.
Easier.
Really?
I heard that.
I got ridiculed during my meeting.
Why? Because of the bath?
No,
I heard you had a different kind of meeting.
because I was my pickleball skills were ridiculed. Jordan was in my meeting.
Oh, she was.
And she's like, well, I was like, here we go again. We'll beat you guys up in pickleball.
First of all,
thank goodness for Jordan, you would have had a meeting.
Before that even happened, there were people searching the entire floor for you. You were like in the phone booth or something.
But it was poorly conceived. It was poorly conceived.
Have you seen
You know what
Dave?
it was?
Where's
You know what it
Dave?
was like? It was like that Ezekiel Elliott play. Remember that play, Ray? When they lined him up under the center.
And
the, yeah.
No, he
was
wasn't
the
under
center.
He
wasn't under center.
He was the center.
That's right. He was the center. It was like that play.
Yeah.
Like they sent me a link. Get on this link. I went into one of the phone booths and the link was dead.
So like Kellen Moore, you thought that this is genius. This is fantastic. They stuck to it.
That play terrified. I'm being sincere. Terrified me because they line up. I'm like,
You're
oh
telling
God.
me.
What's right? It's your team. I was like, oh God, what are they going to do? Then there's a timeout called. They come out in the same formation. Like they really know something.
It's so fantastic because I promise you, what you were feeling, I was feeling the exact opposite. Like, oh God, I don't know what he has.
I guarantee you, RJ was exactly where I was.
I was standing up and I'm like yelling at Ange. I'm like, get on the goal line. No, get on the line of scrimmage.
Right.
I don't know what to do.
Everyone's bamboozled.
They come out the original time. I'm like, oh boy, I don't know if I like this. They call the timeout. I was like, okay, but maybe change it up. They come out again. It's like, oh God, this play is going to be a complete disaster.
I was terrified.
Right, and I was right.
I thought that I'm with Dave. I thought that play was going to be the greatest, like the most brilliant thing we've ever seen on a football field.
It was the worst. What was the play?
It was.
Was it the Patriots?
Colts?
Yes.
Yeah.
Patriots-Colts game on like a Sunday night.
It was like a 4th and 2 with that.
And they
Chuck
just
Pagano,
had the
right?
center and the quarterback, and everyone else was gone. It was like the worst play you've ever seen.
It was awful.
They just got mauled.
It was terrible.
Well, we're gonna get them with this one. Yep.
Speaking of the Colts, that was nice. So, Rick found this.
No, of course he did.
Daniel Jones talking with Ryan Fitzpatrick and Andrew Whitworth, who, by the way, did I tell you the guys this last year? I took the train with them to the World Series last year. They happened to be on my train car.
Did you chat with them?
Yeah, they were very nice.
Oh, nice. Whitworth seems like a great guy.
They're both great guys. There's someone that used to work here that actually works over there. I had a nice little on ramp, so it wasn't super awkward to talk to them.
Oh, Gigi.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And
I think at some point we got to pull the plug on like the Blazer with the sweatshirt underneath it, though. You know?
You say that, but Raymond does that.
Well, not now. Occasionally he do it just because it's comfortable.
Well, either you're okay with it or you're not. Like you can't crush Whitworth for doing it and then say it's fine
but it's
for Ray.
not like, but Ray doesn't wear it every game, though.
Well, and you got to look good doing it. Not for nothing. I think I look good doing it. And then, actually, no, Whitworth pulls it off too. So I don't know that. You know what? I disagree. I disagree. I think it's a great look. I think it's a great look.
It is branded now. Like if Whitworth came on TV tonight, and
you'd expect to see that
he's wearing like a tie, I'd be kind of freaked out. Anyway, Daniel Jones talking with those two guys on the stop in Minnesota. He didn't even play as a Viking, but after he left the Giants before he went to the Colts, he had a brief stop in Minnesota, and what he learned there that has translated to his success and maybe a little shot at his first employer?
Well, I always thought I worked, really hard. I tried to work really hard, and it was important to me to prepare, watch film, study. And I think I did that. But then going to Minnesota, I saw how Sam prepared, how Kevin prepared those guys, Josh McCown, Grant Udinski, that crew, and how detailed they were day in and day out on every little bit of the plan and how they're going to study it, what they're looking for, walking through it, quizzing each other in the quarterback room. That made a big impression on me, and I was like, okay, this is maybe the next level of some of that stuff. And I think that changed. I think Kevin's just how aggressive he was in the play calling. I mean, you guys see it. It's play pass, but it's a lot of drop back shots, taking their chances. And that made an impression on me too. So, I think several things like that and just being around those guys.
I don't think that's awful. You think that's awful?
Well, I don't know if it's awful.
From a player perspective, if it raises Rick's eyebrow, then.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks to, like, what's happening inside that building. Like, you're trying to develop, forget what happened with Daniel Jones. Like, he already went through the new coaches and everything else, but to go to someone we know is tried and true as someone that can develop quarterbacks, and it's at a completely different level where now you're trying to get Jaxson Dart to be developed? I mean, that's not great.
It sounds like, it's not so much a criticism as it is, hey, I was here for so long and I thought we worked hard, and now I got over here.
Now I see that it's better elsewhere.
This guy works that
Listen,
hard.
I understand your point that it raises an eyebrow. I thought it was going to be worse, like the way you guys led us into this.
I think it's...
I don't think Daniel Jones has that in him.
Well, I don't either.
Think when you hear him say it, it doesn't sound bad, but when you actually take what he's saying and apply it to what you're seeing, knowing that you just drafted a quarterback in the first round, it makes me nervous. And you wonder why there's not success. Like, and you hear, why do you like him? Well, because our practice, our training camps are easy. Was that a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say it's a bad thing.
So, Ben Jones. Does that name mean anything to you? You might remember.
Ben Jones?
Yeah, offensive lineman center. Played for the Tennessee Titans.
Yes.
I believe he played for Alabama.
I thought he was a Georgia guy. No, actually, I think you're right.
So, by the way, you know what's interesting? Best teams in college football. I was thinking about this on the way in. Who are the best teams in college football right now?
Ohio State?
Yep. Who else? Miami.
Mississippi?
I don't know about Mississippi. But.
They're number 4.
Well, but the top 3 all non-SEC teams.
Okay.
Which is interesting, I think.
I saw Texas has a 25% chance to make the playoff. Guess what Penn State is at?
0? It should be.
They've already got 2 losses. They have tell me.
2%.
Really?
Yeah.
They have, because they have to run the table, basically.
Pretty much.
They probably need help even running the table.
No, they run the table.
They have some tough games still on their schedule. Anyway, so Ben Jones was on 104.5 The Zone, and this story, this is wild. So he was a center with Marcus Mariota, and their offensive play caller was Terry Robisky in 2017. And this is what was going on in the huddle.
When we had Terry Robisky, he gave us nothing. Like, he literally just said, y'all go play. Me and Marcus would have the
That sounds about right, by the way.
We would have the whole game plan. I was like, what is going on? Like, most people give you, so like, say, when we had Vrabel, it was literally all done by numbers. So, like, you get on the ball, and you would hear 33. And for 33, gave us a protection, so that gave us 3 jet, and that gave the receivers the route. So they would just literally say it in there, and all Tannehill had to do was, hey, signal 3x1 or 2x2. But when we had Robisky, we got nothing. Like, it was just like, turn off the mic, y'all have fun, boys. For a rookie quarterback. So me and Marcus would be out there. The playoff game versus the Chiefs, when we came back and won, we got no play call the whole second half from Robisky. He was just like, everybody was probably wondering, like, why are we calling draw on 1st and 10? Because we had to figure out a run to take care of a safety, because we couldn't just run one back power the whole time because the safety was going to make the tackle. So we were just sitting like, all right, how are we going to fix this? All right, let's run draw, so maybe it softens him up.
Now that to me is awful. That is, wow. They'll figure it out.
Terry Robisky was an offensive coordinator for a long time.
It makes you question how they allowed a rookie quarterback to make all the plans.
Imagine sitting on the sideline and be like, I wonder what they're going to call here.
Yeah.
This should be fun.
I'll tell you what, that says a lot about the NFL.
Maybe he liked
the
element of surprise.
Terry, what do we got here? I don't know. Let's find out.
Bart says it all the time, though. If you listen to Bart, he says it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They just assume that these are all like really smart coaches that do a good job, and it's not the
I do hear
not
that.
the case.
It's a great quote. More quarterbacks are broken than built up.
And it makes a lot of sense why.
Can you imagine looking at the sideline? He looks so relaxed. It's because he's not doing anything.
Right. Of course he looks relaxed.
I'm over here making a couple $1 million. I'm not even doing it.
They ask him.
What do you got for me, Coach? Hey, you guys figure it out.
I don't know. I trust you guys.
They ask him in film. He starts criticizing the play call that he didn't make. I mean, Marcus, what were you thinking there, buddy? Anyway, so
a rookie quarterback though. Man, that's brutal.
Imagine how easy your job is, though. You're not doing anything.
Well, you don't do anything.
Well, you can't take blame for anything.
It's like Henry Winkler and the Waterboy. Just have them run some laps.
Yeah.
Speaking of bad coaching, we've seen our first. Now this is not ESPN, but a gentleman named Ali Connolly. He's reporting that Bill Belichick has discussed buyout options with North Carolina.
Oh no!
And did you see? It's like he either will take a better job or
media
or media.
Yeah.
A better job. You think any
soft landing place?
Any place would, in their right mind, hire Bill Belichick now?
Maybe Brazzers.
Maybe.
What?
Okay, look.
There's a market for that.
I'll give you credit because we were all thinking it, and you're the one who actually says it.
Actually, I wasn't.
I don't think I was thinking
I wasn't at all. I was thinking like UC Santa Barbara. That might be an easier place to land. I wasn't thinking about porn.
I was not thinking UC Santa Barbara. I can tell you that.
Grampy porn.
His buyout's $1 million.
That's it.
All right. So yesterday,
You should
Sean.
make that on OnlyFans in a day.
I think so.
I'm thinking you might be a customer. You're very interested. It sounds
Depends on what he does with those rings.
Shams had that report yesterday about the Bucks and Knicks having some talks over the summer about possibly entertaining the idea of trading Giannis. So yesterday, Giannis was asked about that Shams report, and this is interesting.
I'm here, so all the other extra stuff does not matter. I think I've communicated with my teammates, communicated with the people that I respect and love, that the moment that I step in on this court or in this facility, I wear this jersey, the rest does not matter. I'm locked into whatever I have in front of me. Now if in 6-7 months I change my mind, I think that's human too. You're allowed to make any decision you want, but I'm locked in. I'm locked into this team, I'm locked into these guys, to this group, and to my coaching staff and to myself.
For now.
Yeah. At this moment, I'm locked in. 6-7 months, we'll find out.
He gone.
That feels like it's over.
Sounds like a real stable marriage.
That feels like it's over.
Sounds like the Knicks could be the recipient of.
Yeah, but
not necessarily the Knicks, but I think he's gone.
How do you feel about your marriage? I'm locked in.
Yeah,
for now.
Yeah, it's like you're at
6 months.
You're at a holiday party at a friend's house, and one of the wives comes up to you back. You happy in your marriage? 6-7 months. Might not be.
Right.
For now, I'm good.
What do you think about next year's holiday party? I don't know. I won't be here. Yeah.
4th of July, come talk to me. It might be.
What was the Magic Johnson? I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
This was interesting, though, on the tail of that. So, Evan Cohen, who is maybe Rick must be giving fashion advice. I believe Evan was wearing the same belt you wear.
Similar.
Same
different color,
Louis.
yeah.
We saw Evan Cohen yesterday.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He's looking great. Gray suit, wearing his Louis belt.
You should have seen him sucking up to Rick, though.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was.
Said he liked me. That's it.
Oh, he's like, I wasn't sure what I was getting into and what kind of guy you were, but you're just wonderful. You're so.
What do you mean what I was getting into?
It's funny you say that because he came up to me after,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't going to bring this up, but now it makes sense. Where he goes, I got to tell you, I didn't know much about Rick. He's great.
Yeah.
Like unsolicited.
I think that he was maybe somewhat poisoned into thinking Rick was not a great guy. And then he got to know Rick, and he went in uncertain, and now he believes he is a great guy.
So Evan Cohen on Unsportsmanlike. He said this when talking about the Knicks, the Bucks, how he would handle the situation if he were the Knicks.
I actually think it makes sense for them to realize we have peaked with him as our best player. In a dream world, him as our second best player next to Giannis would be unbelievable. I don't know how you get Giannis without giving up Jalen Brunson. I also don't know why the Bucks would want anybody on the Knicks, but Brunson could be used to go to a third team.
Did you give up Brunson for Giannis?
I'd have to sit there and see everything that was on the table, but you'd have to.
Yeah, but isn't the allure of having Giannis to pair him with Brunson?
Of course.
Well, the problem
but
is
you're not going to be able to get him if you don't move on.
Well, the Knicks, because they're
the problem is that trade for Bridges.
Well, no, not necessarily. If you get a third team involved, there's going to have to be a third team that has. I got to imagine that Milwaukee's going to would start a rebuild if they get rid of Giannis. They're not going to want Cat and Bridges.
Well, the problem.
They're not going to want those guys. No.
No, right. So they have to go somewhere else, and then that team's going to have.
All right, but you can have multiple teams involved in this.
Draft
deal.
picks and assets.
Yeah, but if you had 5-1 still,
oh yeah, of course,
it would be a much easier landing spot to.
If you had the
grab
5-1s, there's probably a chance that Kevin Durant's on the team at the deadline.
Could be.
The
but
problem.
Ray didn't like that. He didn't want Durant.
Nope.
You have Kevin Durant last year during the playoffs. You're in the
If you
finals.
have Kevin Durant, who's to say that he won't break down?
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know if he'll break down or not, but for the playoff run last year, having that second option for scoring makes a huge difference. What do you average, 27 this year?
You probably get by Indiana.
Probably.
All right.
The problem with the Knicks is that because of the moves they made, Bridges, Cat, that the only non-player assets they have are 1 first-rounder they can deal, 3 pick swaps, and 8 second-rounders. So you're really, really, really limited in terms of non-players.
We'll give you 1 first-rounder and 8 second-rounders. How's
that sound
for Giannis?
The best player that you've ever had, pretty much. Alrighty. Raymond, go ahead.
The investigation found he was viewing pornographic material on his personal phone just before the vehicle crash.
Did it happen
What in your mind makes you think that you should get into the back of a cop car? Because we wanted to ride to the next bar.
in Florida?
Do I look like a taxi? No.
Alrighty, so I'm not going to tell you where this happened, but you're going to...
Well, that would defeat the whole purpose of this, right?
No, I mean the restaurant. But you're probably going to be able to garner enough information as to what chain this may have occurred at.
Mm-hmm.
So some people at a place were out on a nice date night, minding their own business. And listen, we've heard this complaint a lot. I've never worked in the food service industry. So they rack up a $94 bill with pasta, wine, appetizers.
That seems very reasonable. Pasta, wine, and appetizers.
Olive Garden.
Maybe some breadsticks were involved.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, seems like Olive Garden.
Uh-huh.
And so at the end of that date night,
$94 though.
Waitress comes over.
Very reasonable.
Waitress comes over. No tip. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
So the woman gets very, very angry.
The woman being the date
server.
or the
server.
the waitress?
Sorry,
Oh,
the
boy.
waitress. and she then says, and was quoted by people that were there, unlimited breadsticks does not mean unlimited free labor. And it doesn't end there.
That's what she says to this couple.
Yeah. She takes the basket of breadsticks, throws it at the couple.
Oh, no.
So she's now beating people with breadsticks. And the staff intervene. But then she takes the woman that was on the date, takes her by the collar of her shirt, throws her up against the wall.
Oh, no.
And says, "How dare you steal my wages?"
Wait.
What was she implying?
She needed a tip.
She wanted money.
She wanted, yeah.
Well, why would the lady on the date be stealing her wages?
That's what she said.
She
Unless
wasn't
she
going
thought
to
it was a
now,
one
why,
night.
Wait a minute.
Why would she?
Sounds like a hooker situation.
No, it doesn't sound like a hooker. Here's the thing. Let's be fair. All of us have been on dates. Would you not assume that the guy was probably paying for the date?
I got to tell you.
Like, why would she go after the woman?
There is this. You know, I've been on a lot of dates
Of
recently,
course.
but
Serial dater.
and this is not a thing for me ever. But I've noticed like a lot of women talk about like guys wanting to go Dutch on the first
Yep,
date.
I've
at
heard
least,
that.
Or at least like, oh, well, I paid money. Hey, can you cover this one? Like, so it's like I don't want to say it's a pandemic, but it's a thing that happens. Where women are
Did you hear
expected
what
to
he
pay
did
something.
last week? By the way,
No.
You're going to be very upset.
What did
with
he do?
this. So he goes to watch. What did you go to watch? He went to watch maybe the Yankees game out at a bar, and he goes up to pay his tab.
Oh yeah, we didn't have Rick on for that.
Right.
one.
He
Yeah.
goes to pay his tab, and the guy looks at his card and goes, "Ray Santiago
I owe this man immensely. By
from
the way,
DNR.
yes.
Yeah, your money's no good here.
Shut up.
I will not take your credit card." And I said, "Oh wow, that's
Big
awesome."
tip.
I said, "Ray, you obviously gave him a big tip." Oh,
Do you know what? This is this has
He
never
gave him
happened to me before.
Nothing.
Nothing?
This has
Nothing.
never happened to me before, so it didn't compute. And it's like when he said that, it's like, oh my god, I feel like such an idiot.
Yeah.
And
So my first response is, "Great, that's really nice and generous of him." Obviously,
You gotta go
gave
back.
him-
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
of course. I just haven't had the chance to because.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Well, I wanted to throw him under the
I
bus
don't
before we
think
could.
Or maybe give him like a nice little a free massage
Okay,
certificate.
Lou over at Mickey's in Lyndhurst, fantastic. I just found out he's actually the owner.
He's
So,
the owner.
He's the owner.
And you didn't.
So you stiffed the owner. That's
so
great.
I owe this guy immensely. Like yes.
Why are you laughing?
It's getting worse.
It's not a great look for him.
No,
it's
not a great look for the show.
It's a terrible look for me.
Well, it doesn't make me look bad. I would have given a generous
It makes
tip.
the whole show look bad.
Not me.
Stop over there on Ray's behalf on the way home. I need you to swing by.
So what's your question?
It's a great bar, though. I would go.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that.
Did you take home any ladies?
Not from there.
breadsticks?
Whoa. Not from there.
Yeah. So there's more to that night.
So after the Yankees win,
there was nothing for
you
that
went
night.
out to another place
No.
and brought home a gaggle. Is that what we're saying?
Is that the word?
Yes.
Gaggle.
It was like the Toronto bullpen last night. Just
There's
parade.
another.
Yep,
Lefties, righties.
all of them shut down the Yankees. So, I asked you, did this breadstick assault happen in Florida?
So,
I got to tell you.
So it's a physical confrontation, which makes me think Florida. Throwing breadsticks does seem crazy enough to be Florida. It does sound Olive Garden-y, and I believe there are, and you can confirm this, Olive Gardens in Florida.
I'll tell you right now, the Olive Garden on Long Island,
Yeah.
on Old Country Road, you can't get in that place.
Mob packed. I'll go Florida.
Yeah.
I will go Florida.
RJ, can you correct me if I'm wrong? I feel like I've had success recently going against Dave. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't have official stats.
The last time you had success against him.
Okay, I'm going not Florida. I'm going not Florida.
Okay, Raymond?
See, the thing about it is, like, there's literally Olive Gardens everywhere. So, like, that doesn't narrow it down one bit.
That's why it's a great story.
And I feel like RJ's like, this is one of those ones that kind of throw you off the trail. What did you say, Dave? Florida?
Yeah.
So, like, I feel by it being Olive Garden, it could be everywhere. And that type of story feels like it could happen anywhere. But I think it's Florida.
You're going to go Florida.
I'm on my own again?
I think
You're on
it's
your
Florida.
own. But so what?
All right.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh.
No way.
Rick wins.
I won again?
Might have been Brownshaw's friends.
No, Brownshire doesn't eat.
See, they've even got them in St. Louis.
Brownshire would go and smell the breadsticks.
Anyways, that's Steve.
That's terrible.
That's nice. Well done by you. Not by Ray with that lack of.
We had a pregame meal at a Olive Garden. What a mistake that was for that Olive Garden.
Well, it's unlimited food,
Yeah,
right?
the whole busload hockey team. Like we're like 16. Free breadsticks and salad. Forget
You guys
it.
went crazy. All right, let's take a break. Tim Hasselbeck on the other side, and then, of course, we'll get back to the Yankees. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the road. Here she is. We love her. It's Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave, Rick, Ray, and RJ. Guys, we've got issues on the Cross Island northbound at Hempstead Turnpike. It's an accident blocking a lane, bumper to bumper on the Van Wyck northbound, getting up toward Jamaica Ave with a stalled vehicle just being cleared. Traffic slowing down at the inbound GWB 30 minutes. Lincoln 15, Holland still about 35 minutes into town. Alternate side parking in effect. 84 East exit 8 in Danbury, a stalled vehicle. Sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports, coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurance insurances are accepted, that's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
Diana Florence knows how to keep our communities safe. In 25 years as Manhattan Assistant DA, Diana successfully prosecuted street crime, corruption, and fraud, using smart solutions to increase safety in our neighborhoods. Now, a radical agenda has put us all at risk. On November 4th, vote for the independent Democrat that will protect us, not criminals. Elect Diana Florence, Manhattan District Attorney. Paid for by the Coalition to Restore New York, not expressly authorized or requested by any candidate or by any candidate's political committee or any of its agents.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Hey there, it's Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike. I'm thrilled to be joined by Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company. And Dr. Drew, you have something very exciting to talk about today, the medical emergency kit. Tell us a little bit about this.
It is exciting. Look, I have been fighting to try to protect the patient-physician relationship my entire career, and we have lost. I finally decided I need to be involved with people that put the power back in the patient directly. These emergency kits give you everything you need so you don't have to spend $1,200 going to an emergency room. We have a significant medical team, the medical board at TWC, and we just sat down and put together what we would want for our family, for our patients.
Oh my gosh, so anything that anyone could need is in this
and there's
kit.
a guidebook here to tell you exactly how to use it, and again, telehealth backup.
It's remarkable. It's innovative. Everyone needs to get one. UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports to get $50 off your kit. That's UrgentCareKit.com/sports, promo code sports.
Prescription required. Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
All right, DNR with you, 880 ESPN, and we have this is our buddy, the great Tim Hasselbeck joins the show.
He's the best.
Yeah. Good morning, Tim. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Good. You a Yankees fan?
Come on, I grew up in Boston.
That could be the dumbest question you've ever asked a guest, honestly.
Why? Well, who does
why?
Cam Schlittler root for? Uh-huh. Exactly.
But he also plays for the Yankees.
Well, you know what? I think I proved my point.
I'm wearing my Wade Boggs jersey right now. Man.
All right, so then you're feeling great this morning about the Yankees getting bounced.
I mean, I'm feeling incredible. I'm feeling, you know what? I still go back to, what was it, a week ago? It was a week ago when it was a week ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Game
it was
two
last
of
Thursday.
that
Yep.
series?
Yep.
Still recovering, man.
I'm sorry for that, Tim.
Hey, but
you didn't deserve that.
I had good Giants and Jets, football to
Oh, yeah.
celebrate over the
So
weekend.
let's fall back on that because that's always a great topic of conversation. All right, so I almost feel like what the Giants are doing in Jaxson Dart is unfair. Like, they're not doing it intentionally because they plan to have Malik Neighbors, and they plan to have Darius Slayton, they plan to have all these guys. And now it's like Little Jordan Humphrey and Olszewski. Like,
Bo Collins.
Like, Bo Collins, a rookie who doesn't finish rounds. Like, how is he supposed to succeed?
Yeah. It's really hard. I say it, all the time, and it really doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It is still a dependent position. So, I live in Nashville. There's a lot of people, on Cam Ward, and it's like, all right, guys, who that Cam Ward is throwing to would be starting other places throughout the league. And so, to your point about, the environment because of injury that Dart is, kind of working with, all right, who goes to Philadelphia as a starter? Who goes to Washington as a starter? And, when you don't have guys that would be, it's much harder for the quarterback to play better. Now, can a really good quarterback make guys around him better? Yeah, of course, but it's still a dependent position, at its core. And so, look, it's no different than I think why people feel like, Daniel Jones was failed in New York or Mac Jones was failed in New England. Is like, did you really know because of what the supporting cast was. And so, yeah, I mean, I think, at the moment, it's definitely tough sledding, for Jaxson Dart.
Tim, let me ask you this, having been a quarterback yourself. So I was listening to Daniel Jones, and he talked about how, he thought he was working hard in New York, and then all of a sudden he gets to Minnesota, and the way that Kevin O'Connell breaks down film and the way they quiz each other in the quarterback room, like it was a whole different level. And now you see the success that Daniel Jones is having in Indy. In your experience, I mean, is there that much of a disparity between, the buildings and how coaches develop quarterbacks?
Yeah, I think I know there's a huge difference. Look, I bounced around, and so I think the benefit of my career was that I saw a bunch of different people do it different ways. And then I also had the benefit of, my brother who, for the most part, played the most significant amount of his career in a West Coast offense. So the Holmgren, kind of tree. And so, I think the bigger thing is it's not so much just about, the development and, how, coaches coach things. I also think there's an element of, does the play caller, play designer see the game in a similar way that the quarterback sees the game? So, I just give you an example, for, your fans your listeners that are Giants fans. I really believe that Eli Manning was able to see the game very similar to the way Kevin Gilbride saw the game. Now, I think Kevin Gilbride saw the game very differently than any other coach that I was around. And, not everybody that I was teammates with, for example, I played in Philadelphia. I don't think Donovan McNabb would have had a ton of success playing for Kevin Gilbride, because I don't think that they would have seen the game in a similar fashion. So, I don't know that it's totally fair for, Daniel Jones to say, look, Kevin O'Connell did it differently and it opened my eyes to it. I think they just maybe see it in a similar fashion. It makes more sense to Daniel Jones, than what he was experiencing in New York. So, look, is that a bit of a knock because coaching is identifying with your players and trying to get the best out of them? Yes, sure. But I think there are other examples of guys that say, that have been coached by certain people, and it's look, that's just not a fit. Look, I would even tell you, I don't think that if Ben Roethlisberger, same draft class as Eli, I don't think Ben would have had the same success in New York under Kevin Gilbride. And I think some of it was just, how kind of cerebral Gilbride was and how much he put on the quarterback. Eli could handle it. I don't think some guys could. And I think that there's a combination of those things. So I hope that makes sense. I don't think it's a total fair assessment because there have been other good quarterbacks play well under Daboll.
Interesting. I think it does make sense. Yeah, I think it's a good answer, actually. This has been a big topic in New York, and, a lot of hosts and people have taken the one side, and then you have the other side. Aaron Glenn, it's 5 games. It looks – nobody's going to argue. It looks dreadful right now. Do you look at it and say it's 5 games, it's very early, it's fine, or do you have some real reservations about what this might be and what this could potentially turn into as far as the negative with Aaron Glenn and the Jets?
Here's what I would say. I think it's fair to say that it's I don't know, fine right now. There have been things that happen where you would say, look, you would expect them to be, I don't know, you probably would have liked to see more signs of life. But I also think it's fine. I would remind people this. When in Dan Campbell's first year in Detroit, there was a point where he was fielding questions about benching Jared Goff, and he was entertaining them, talking about how really he needed the quarterback to play better. So it's very interesting that as you fast forward and everyone kind of, Brad Holmes, their GM, and Campbell, they talk about no, he wasn't, we weren't just shipping off Matthew Stafford and eating the contract. The truth is they were. But Jared Goff was able to pull out of it. He starts playing better. They started investing in draft picks on the defensive side of the ball, so a team that couldn't rush the passer then could. And then they improved. It did not happen in year one. It didn't. And so, I do think it's I don't know. I don't think it's fair to think that this organization that has not had success for a very long time, that all of a sudden you are going to get a new head coach and you're going to make Justin Fields your quarterback, that all of a sudden, you're going to be like, yeah, look at us, we're 4-1 and we're crushing it. Like, that's just, I think those are unfair, unrealistic expectations.
Tim, would you have kept Aaron Rodgers, or would you have done the same thing that Aaron Glenn did?
I would have moved on from Aaron for sure, but I don't think I would have reset with Justin Fields.
So you're down on Justin Fields. Is that what we can surmise here?
Listen, and for full disclosure on Fields, when Fields was coming out, he's one of the few players I've evaluated that I thought had Cam Newton-like characteristics, which means, look, like Cam Newton was a league MVP. Now, he's a unique quarterback. You've got to build it around him a certain way. But, like, I thought he had those qualities to build around. Now, you got to fully commit to it. And because he's bounced around, like, he hasn't kind of lived in that environment where it's getting built around him that way. And so I think that the quarterback that he is today, a few years into being in the National Football League, I don't know that actually I shouldn't say that way. I know that I would not have started training camp with him as the anointed starter on any of the 32 teams in the NFL.
All right, last one from me, Tim. So I've been in a hockey locker room, right? So different than an NFL locker room. I mean, what happened in Arizona? I mean, I had that as one of my picks, just to watch that disintegrate the way it disintegrated. You see now Gannon gets fined $100,000 because he ends up he's physically assaulting players on the sideline. Like, how would something like that land in an NFL locker room?
Yeah, I would say this, that first off, for anyone that was watching that game, that literally might be the worst loss I have ever seen in my life.
Of all time.
Like, ever. Of all time.
Tim, how do guys keep throwing the football away at the 1-yard line, though?
Hey, and then after that, you get a stop, you pick the Titans off, and then you fumble and it ends up a Titans touchdown. Like, it's unbelievable what happened there. Here's what I would say. Like, and I think that whether it's hockey, baseball, football, these are adults playing a kid's game, whatever it is. And there needs to be respect. And so, look, I'm a high school football coach. So, like, the reality is like there's a difference between being demanding and demeaning, when you're dealing with teenagers. Now, when you're dealing with grown men, like, there is a line that doesn't get crossed in terms of, like, anything physical. You can't grab a guy's face mask, like you can't grab a guy's jersey and pull him towards you. Like, you can't do those things. Like, it's plain and simple. Like, you can't do those things at the youth level, the high school level, college level, and you can't do them at the pro level. So, like, I've seen difference of opinions on it. Here's what I believe, Rick, and I think you probably feel the same way. Everybody's human, even these great coaches, all this stuff, and guys make mistakes. And so I think how it's received in the locker room is hopefully, like, the team should judge the coach based on, the volume of his character over time. So how does he treat the guys? How does he relate to guys? Do the guys feel like they are respected and cared for by the coach? If they do, then something like this is not a big deal. If the coach does not make the team feel that way, then I think you have a major problem on your hands.
Interesting. Yeah, you broke it down well today. This has been a good
spot.
Awesome. This has been a real highlight for you. We'll get you the audio. You put this on a reel.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you guys clip that for maybe like an intro?
Yeah.
When
you should have an intro.
You know what? Next week we're gonna have
an intro.
An intro for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, listen. I do a hit in Nashville with the ESPN affiliate down here. The Justin Timberlake. We're bringing Sexy back.
Yeah.
They've switched it to we're bringing Hasselbeck.
Oh, I like that.
That's like my walk-up song for them.
I like it.
I'm not nearly as good on their show as I am on yours.
Yeah, you really have dominated. Because
RJ, maybe we clip me winning the Beanpot against BC in the intro.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
pro
Tim.
One of two things, okay? Depending on how the week goes. Like, maybe some shot, like going, 5-hole on Rick, you know what I mean, if it's like a good day for me. And then if if he's having a good week, it can be some beanpot celebration.
Nice.
How's that sound?
I
like
love
that.
it. I love it. All right, listen, we got to run. We appreciate you, and good luck this week in your game, right? You have a high school game this week, I imagine.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Enjoy the game tonight. See you,
Thanks.
fellas.
Terrific.
I'm so jealous that he lives in Tennessee.
Nashville's supposed to be
it's the best.
unbelievable. All right, so let's break. Come back. I have 2 NFL things I want to quickly run by you, and then we'll get back to the Yankees for the bulk of the 9 o'clock hour. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Is college even worth it these days? At Empire State University, it actually is. They are SUNY's leading online university. Flexible, affordable, and built for real life. With more than 120 degree programs, you can study what matters most to you. And students agree, they're ranked #1 in student satisfaction among SUNY schools. Whether you are finishing what you started or starting fresh, your goals are within reach. See for yourself. Visit SUNYEmpire.edu before the next term begins.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
A SoFi personal loan is here to help you achieve something once thought impossible, overcoming high-interest credit card debt. Walk the tightrope of your finances with one low, fixed-rate monthly payment, no fees required, and as soon as the same-day funding. That's right. Pull off your own debt-defying stunt with a SoFi personal loan. Visit SoFi.com/trick to learn more. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891.
Your fantasy roster is set. The Smack Talk is heating up, and this season, ESPN Bet is giving you more ways to ride with your squad. Introducing the ESPN Bet Fan Center, where you can instantly link and bet on your fantasy teams right in the ESPN Bet app. An enhanced sports betting experience only from ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Make the connection today with ESPN Bet Fan Center and the ESPN Fantasy app. ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Download the app today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
DNR with you, ESPN New York. So let me just ask you before, and I have an interesting NFL nugget for you. I think it's fun. Are you guys
partaking?
partaking in the game.
I would have liked to ask Tim what he thought this game was going to be all about tonight, but we didn't have time.
What's the number?
7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Is there a chance, Raymond, you get involved in this game tonight?
The thing with Slayton kind of makes me think.
You're going to take the Eagles tonight. Come on, you're Thursday night Ray.
But Carter's banged up. They're bringing the Kobe Dean back.
Landon Dickerson is not going to play in this game.
Landon Dickerson is not playing. I mean, like all my issues with the Eagles aside, like their defense is still very, very good.
Very, very
offensively,
good.
They
but do they
been doing
have
a
the
lot,
defensive weapons to slow down what the Giants bring offensively? I think is the question of the day.
What are the Giants bringing offensively?
Well, we'll wait and see.
Little Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah, little Jordan Humphrey.
Little Theo Johnson.
Bo Collins.
They're going to run a 2 tight end set.
Tyrone Tracy's back in the mix.
That's right. I mean, how do you slow down Scatterbo and Tracy? We haven't seen that.
Can't see it.
We haven't seen that.
Thunder and lightning.
So I'm going to write on my little sheet here to make sure to revisit this later on.
Smart.
The 7.5 point spread, just to give you guys the opportunity to jump in if you'd like
intriguing.
to.
Well, you know what's funny? You could take that spread, and if you'd like, you go to FanDuel. Any interest in that?
Ooh.
I can tell you all about it.
Tell me.
All right, well, every NFL Thursday is your chance to hit the jackpot on FanDuel, because with FanDuel's Thursday Touchdown Jackpot, you can win a share of $2 million in bonus bets each week. To get into this Thursday's action, all you have to do is place an anytime touchdown scorer bet before the game kicks off. If your player scores the first or last touchdown of the game, you're going to win your bet plus a share of bonus bets. Just visit FanDuel.com/Rick to take a shot at the jackpot. That's FanDuel.com/Rick for your chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Got to be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Must apply profit boost token on select market. Prize pool to be split equally among all eligible participants who made the correct first or last touchdown pick. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 21 days after receipt. Restrictions do apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Problem with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY, or you can text HOPE-NY at 467369.
That's very well done. All right. You ever see the thing where it's like Kennedy's secretary was Lincoln and Lincoln's was Kennedy, and they like one died in 100 years apart? Like all these. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Really?
I'll find that list for you. There's like a list.
There's
of
a list of like 50 things.
Okay, coincidence.
Okay, so listen to this. Matthew Stafford is on pace to pass Jared Goff in career wins by a Rams quarterback as early as this season.
Yep.
Okay? Jared Goff, meanwhile, is on pace to pass Matthew Stafford in career wins as a Lions quarterback by 2027.
Interesting.
How wild is that?
That is wild.
Yeah, and that's thanks to Ray, because Brett Coleman put that out on Twitter, and Ray retweeted it, and I saw it. I was like, that's worthy of bringing up quickly on the air here.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, both teams got what they wanted.
But this segment has been all about synergy. That's very good by you.
Yeah. You know what?
You're a
well-oiled machine.
How often does that happen, though?
With the synergy on the show?
Where guys are
well, no, there's always synergy. I mean, there's always synergy with the show.
I'm picking up what you're putting out. Where guys
that each team looks at things and says it was a win?
Yeah.
Not all that often.
I mean, even if early on there was some questions as to whether the whole Jared Goff thing was going to work out. I mean,
Rams won a Super Bowl,
which is what
Detroit's
they wanted.
Literally been more successful than they've been in half a century.
And Jared Goff, you look at, is a highly functional, very good quarterback in one of the better offenses in all football.
Right now, Jared Goff. I mean, him, Dak, that's like right at the top of the MVP list right now.
Yeah, and then Daniel Jones got to be up there too.
I would think so.
Oh God. Maybe I'll get Eagles Colts Super Bowl.
Getting better coaching. Better coaching.
That would be
taking the game tonight or no?
No.
You're such a baby.
Why am I a baby?
You emotionally hedge the bet. Just take the Eagles.
Are you out of your mind?
Fly birds.
I'd rather cut off a toe than take the Eagles tonight in that game.
So you got nice feet. Why would you cut your toe off?
Because I would rather do that than take the Eagles and pick the Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Ray, make another note of this now. He's a horrendous human being.
He's done that before, though.
And you find that to be appropriate? He doesn't like the Eagles.
I hurt my shoulder just doing that.
Good. Okay, dislocate it.
Okay, well, there you go.
I was in a battle with the paper towel thing over there.
No, really?
Big fight. It wouldn't separate.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. All right, let's do this.
Okay.
We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll be hot and heavy Yankees to start the 9 o'clock hour. Season is over. Yankee fans are upset. We are here for you. So line up your calls. 800-919-3776. DNR with you. ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Friends, it's football season, the best time of the year. You should be out there tailgating, cheering on your team, and enjoying every Sunday. But if you're dealing with neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, even getting off the couch can feel like a challenge. You don't have to live like that. There's help. Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain is New Jersey's top pain specialist. He's Ivy League trained, double board certified, and is dedicated to helping you get back in the game. Here's what makes the difference. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical image-guided procedures that deliver real results. Dr. Shaw treats neck pain, back pain, joint pain, migraines, nerve pain, and sciatica with a plan that's customized for you. Same-day and next-day appointments are available, and with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, relief is always close. So don't let pain keep you on the sidelines this season. Visit SandwellPain.com to call, text, or book online. Most major insurances are accepted. That's SandwellPain.com. Relief is closer than you think, and it starts today.
Hey, this is Jalen Brunson.
Jalen Brunson for three.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino.
Download it.
Dave Rothenberg here to tell you about my friends at Bath Fitter. Now, they converted my kids' bathtub to a shower and did an incredible, really an unbelievable job. They offer all types of custom bath renovations, including their unique PermaFit solution for a watertight fit done in just one day. Durable and easy to clean with no demo or mess and lower cost than a standard replacement. And a lifetime guarantee. Right now, no money down, no payments, no interest until 2027. So start designing your bath today like we did at bathfitter.com. There's only one Bath Fitter.
Diana Florence knows how to keep our communities safe. In 25 years as Manhattan Assistant DA, Diana successfully prosecuted street crime, corruption, and fraud, using smart solutions to increase safety in our neighborhoods. Now, a radical agenda has put us all at risk. On November 4th, vote for the independent Democrat that will protect us, not criminals. Elect Diana Florence, Manhattan District Attorney. Paid for by the Coalition to Restore New York, not expressly authorized or requested by any candidate or by any candidate's political committee or any of its agents.
What if you could instantly find whatever you need exactly when you need it? We're talking everything from parking spots to holiday gifts to the perfect shoes in your size. Think of all the time you'd save. While you may never instantly find these things, if you're hiring, you can find qualified candidates right away. With ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find top talent, and their advanced resume database lets you unlock top candidates' contact info instantly. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice.
Over here, Doc. Can I run payroll too?
Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
The 1-2 to Bellinger. Swing and a miss, and that will end it. And the Blue Jays are going back to a league Championship Series.
Another season ends with the Yankees not winning a World Series.
The ending's the worst. They beat us in the series. Simple as that.
Yeah, we didn't do our job, didn't finish the goal.
For me personally, one of the worst construction of a roster I've ever seen.
You transitioned from Juan Soto in this series, Fried, Bellinger, like all the guys you replaced Juan Soto with, they did not answer the bell.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, and this is it. Baseball season is officially dead for us here in New York. Mets, they got killed off at the end of the regular season, which was an embarrassment. Yankees made it through a round, faced Toronto. They were better. Yankees are out. Toronto moves on to the American League Championship Series for the first time in 9 years.
Right, and last night you actually got a good performance from your starting pitcher, which you hadn't in the first 3 games of the series.
Right.
And you had no offense.
Well, you didn't have one game in this series where you hit, you pitched, and you fielded.
No,
Not one.
Exactly why you lost in 4.
That's right. And let's be fair, you got fortunate to extend it to 4. Like,
Yeah.
it took a miracle scenario, something Toronto hasn't done all year long, to force it to a game 4.
That's right. In that spot this season, they were, 39-0?
Yeah, 39-0, heading into a game when they led by 5 or more.
So you made a point earlier in the show to say, okay, this whole Aaron Judge narrative is dead, right? We wanted to kill it yesterday.
I would like to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, last time we had Buster on, not today, the day before, I believe, we said, can we kill this? He said, no, if he has a bad game, they lose. It'll continue until he wins the World Series. I think Awful Announcing picked that up. I was going through some stuff during the break because that's what I do. I just grind for the show.
Yep.
Rather than take a nap.
You're
which I hate.
a warrior.
Yeah.
Take a nap during the show?
It's a quick one. Little cat nap.
Okay.
So I got
That'd
this
be
from,
jarring to sit here and watch you nap.
I got this from OptaStats.
Okay.
Aaron Judge is the second player in MLB history to hit 600 or better in a postseason series while having multiple hits in every game. Minimum of 4 games. Guess who the second player is?
Soto.
Nope.
Bonds.
Babe Ruth.
Okay.
I mean,
It's
so
pretty
it's
good
like,
company.
Right. Like, I mean, that's the company that he's been in all season long. Mickey Mantle, Jimmy Five. I mean, that's
the season he's had.
The greats of the game, like the game.
He's
the game's greatest
up
players.
there. Listen, I don't, Ted Williams, Jimmy Fox, Babe Ruth, Juan Soto, like the best. He's up there.
Yep.
Whether he's better than this or that, I don't know. But what I do know is he gave everything he had and played at an incredibly high level this postseason. And I think at least for the moment, people should shut up about Judge not producing. That being said, Fried did not, Raanan did not, Volpe did not,
Grisham did not,
Chisholm did not.
Nope.
Right? So bad.
Yeah, he had no one to come along with him. And when you don't have, I mean, when you have collectively everyone outside of Aaron Judge hit, I think it was 207, and then you look on the other side of it, where collectively as a team, against you, the Blue Jays hit 338 with an OPS of almost 1,000.
Right. Well, think about the production they got. I mean, their awesome player was awesome.
Awesome.
So even if you say those two guys canceled out, look at Barger was really good.
Yep.
Clement was really good. I mean, they got production
what's
up
amazing?
and down their lineup.
Right, so I opened up the page this morning.
Kirk?
I was getting ready for the show, and I'm like, God, Vlad was unbelievable. Hit over 500. And then you look down. Clement hit 643.
Yeah.
He was on base 63%
And by the way, they did this without their arguably second best or at worst third best player.
Dude, was the league leader in hits or second in hits?
Right.
Yeah.
So they did this all without him.
Yep.
I mean, I said it to Buster, and he completely agreed. They lost to a team that's just better. Again.
Right. So, I mean, the names that you would expect because of the seasons that they had, if this is going to go the way that we hope it goes, which is we end up in the World Series, is the names, pitching-wise, what you mentioned. I mean, Max Fried won 19 games. Was good in his first start against Boston. We're going to need him to be good.
Right.
Okay, wasn't. Raanan, 18 wins the season.
Awful.
We got Volpe, who was just, I mean, he was good in the Boston series. Whatever happened to him, I don't know. But in this series.
But Fried was good in the Boston series.
Right.
And Raanan was okay in
right,
the Boston
but I'm saying
series.
now I'm getting to like the lineup part of this.
Yeah.
Because I gave you the numbers. Like what Toronto did offensively compared to what the Yankees did offensively outside of Aaron Judge. I mean, Bellinger, what was he 3 for 16 in the series?
Bad.
Grisham, I think he was 2 for 17 in the series.
It's like, I think he was 4 for 29 in the entire postseason. Grisham was bad.
I think Grisham hit 138, I believe, in the postseason.
I mean, Grisham was bad.
Yep.
Volpe was pretty good in the Red Sox series. He was unplayable in the series.
Yeah, it was really, really bad.
Like, he was completely overmatched in this series.
And then, so why in the 7th inning are we having Anthony Volpe up?
You tell me.
Yeah,
I have
don't know.
no idea.
I can't answer that question.
I have no idea. You want to crush Boone for that? I think that's fair. But do I think they lost the series because of Aaron Boone? No, I don't believe that. But, I mean, we have phone lines lit up now. We're going to get to calls. People go, fire Boone, fire Boone.
Oh, of course.
It's so easy.
Yeah, I mean, of course that's going to happen. I mean, that was expected the second the series was over. Is it the first name that you were going to hear was going to be Aaron Boone's? Right? So,
of course.
I think he's the face.
That feels very cop-outish to me, though.
I mean, people with this Yankees team that follow the team the way that we follow the team. We watch every pitch of these games. Is they believe the best way to win in the postseason is the way that Toronto does it. Right? Like for 162, all the home runs, the swing and miss, that's fine. We can live with that because that'll get me through the 162. But once you get to to the postseason, now all of a sudden you're going against elite pitching.
Mm-hmm.
The home runs dry up. I got a bunch of guys in my lineup that can't put the ball in play. And nothing good happens if I strike out all the time.
Right.
And in this series, Volpe felt like an automatic out.
Like
there were too many easy outs in the lineup as opposed to what the amount of grinding that you had to do to get through the Toronto Blue Jays lineup.
But they do it every year. Like, it's 16 years now of not being able to get over the hump. And I know that, like, you can't look at it and say, boy, these are maybe you can, I don't know, failed seasons, because they do go almost every year. But are you surprised they lost in this round?
Am I surprised that they lost in this round?
I mean, it's a continuous
I'm surprised they got
failure
beat up.
for this team.
I'm surprised they got beat up the way that they got beat up.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got beat up the way they got beat up, too. But last year, the Dodgers were better. This year, the Blue Jays are better. Numerous years, the Astros were better, right? Like the Red Sox were better. Not this year, but in past years recently, they've been better. If you do like the tiers in Major League Baseball, the Yankees are going to be good every year. I think they're going to be in playoffs every year. Are they that top tier that realistically, because the way they make it talk, he's just like the most talented team I've ever had, and we definitely have what it takes to win it all. I don't know that that's true. I don't believe that that's true, that they have everything it takes to win a championship right now.
Well, I mean, you can't argue that this is a talented team. Now,
of course.
Right, but it's just like, do you have the right mix? I mean, you heard A-Rod. We played it earlier in the show. You can play it now if you want.
Sure.
A-Rod, he went as far as to say this was the worst constructed team he's ever seen.
Well, let's play it, and then we'll react off of it. Here's A-Rod saying he just can't believe how this team was put together.
Aaron's been very classy. We've all been very consistent with that. Honestly, from the entire organization, he's the one guy with Circle that has least to blame. I mean, he's got a lot of talent, but for me personally, one of the worst construction of a roster I've ever seen. You have 3 left-handed catchers. You have 5 DHs. You have a first baseman in and out. It's just a very, very difficult hand for Boone, and honestly, they were exposed against a much better Jays team.
Yeah, and he's right. They were exposed, and clunky is an understatement. It's not put together well. It's not. I mean, Ben Rice, you want his bat in the lineup. He can't play first. He can't catch. You have better options at both those spots. Jazz Chisholm is a guy that's, I mean, he's good, but he makes a lot of mistakes. Volpe's, all season people wanted him off the roster. I mean, Stanton can't play the outfield. He can hit, but he's hot and cold, and he's always hurt. Third base, you've punted. I know last night he hits a home run, but you punted offensively on that.
Right, but I think the real question was, in this plan B, because they lost Juan Soto, which ends up for this season being the right decision because of what happened with Garrett Cole. Because, I mean, if you bring back Juan Soto,
you wouldn't have gone.
You're not going to have Max
But
Fried.
not in this series. In this series, the Bellinger-Fried combination was not good.
I completely agree, but are you at this point
no
if
way.
you have no Max Fried?
Totally
right?
agree.
So that's
yes,
the point.
Right.
I think long-term, when you watch, especially this series, Judge play as well as Judge played and not having someone like Juan Soto to ride shotgun with him.
Yeah.
Juan Soto's on this team, and then you got Judge hitting 500 in this, or 600 in this series, 500 for the postseason. Like, this team is going to have a much better, I'm not shocked this team gets through Toronto, right? Or ends up in the World Series.
Right.
With those two.
But so it's like, you're in trouble if you do or you don't, because if you don't have Fried and Bellinger for the regular season, do you get here? But if you had Soto in the series, you'd probably have a better chance of moving on to the next.
Right, because there's a level of consistency that Juan Soto provides, which makes him worth $765 million that you don't have. Right?
Well, you don't have a second guy.
Well, no. I mean, Bellinger had a really good season, but in this series, Bellinger was 3 for 16. Right? Like, so you had Grisham had a great season. Maybe it's probably going to be the best season he's ever had.
Right.
But when you look at his average, it's like, okay, if he's not hitting home runs, you got the defense, but what else is he doing? The one good game he has, Judge hits the home run, they win that game. Right? And I mean, Volpe, we'll put him aside here for a second, like Ben Rice, who's one of your better bats, 2 for 11 in the series. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, that's one of the names you would point to. It's like, well, Ben Rice offensively is your best option to be in the lineup. Problem is, he doesn't have a position. He's not good defensively as a catcher. He's not better than Goldschmidt defensively at first base.
No.
And part of your whole sales pitch for Plan B was we're going to be much better defensively.
Right. He's a defensive liability, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, right. So, like, how am I juggling all this?
And then, ironically, what cost you last night?
Was defense. Right. So, I mean, yeah, I can understand the frustration because I think there's, again, going back to what I said earlier in the show, last year with the Dodgers, it felt like the Dodgers were the better team.
Yeah.
Now, did you appreciate getting mocked on the way out? No, of course not. And how it looked in that last game it made you sick to your stomach.
It was embarrassing, yes.
With this one, it was like, no. Like, both of these teams won 94 games. I know we didn't have a great track record against this team. Maybe it wasn't a good matchup, but I'm not going to believe that Toronto's going to get over this hump till Toronto gets over this hump.
Well, now here we are.
And not only did they get over the hump,
they crushed you.
They beat you down.
Yeah. All right, phone line's all lit up.
Yep.
Let's go there. We'll get to stuff you missed in a few minutes as well. Yesterday, he was so optimistic and so excited, and I don't think he feels like that this morning. Hello, Edgar in Bloomingdale. How are you?
What? Do you remember what Sonny said in Bronxdale? Nothing worse than wasted talent.
Of course.
It's the saddest thing in life, wasted talent.
It really could be my biggest pet peeve in life is that.
Yeah, of course.
Wasted talent.
Aaron Judge is so good, and all the Aaron Judge haters, he brushed them off. They have nothing to say. And now the rest of the team, the people that hit 30 home runs, the Cody, the Grisham, nothing, zero. It hurts, man. They can't get over it. They can't. The last 16 years, yeah, they're always going to the show, but they never get over it. They're always in the playoffs, but they never get to the next level.
They haven't won.
I don't know.
That's certainly accurate.
Well, here's the thing, though. I mean, when push comes to shove in trying to make your way from, especially now with the wild card series, all the way through to the World Series, and I don't even care what sport we're talking about here, ultimately your best players got to be your best players. And Judge was awesome, and that was pretty much it. Like, Fried was bad. Raanan was bad. I mean, trying to figure out how you're going to work the bullpen. I mean, you're supposed to have a guy in Weaver that you can trust. You can't pitch him.
Right. How many guys were bad? I mean, Fried was bad. Raanan was bad. Weaver was bad. Grisham was bad. Volpe was bad. You can't win like that.
Bellinger had 3 hits. I mean, yeah, so it's...
You can't win like that.
No. And especially in a game like yesterday where you spent a majority of the game with 2 hits. You had a single from Judge and you had a McMahon home run.
Right.
Game's still 2-1 because Schlittler's doing a good job. Now, not nearly as dominant, but still giving you a chance. And you got a huge moment in this game where if I make this play, turn this double play, all of a sudden Schlittler's out 7 innings. Now I go right to Devin Williams. I go to Bednar.
And now it's a 2-1 game, and I believe the Yankees win that game.
Now I got 3 chances.
But this is what they do. I mean, it's haunted them for years.
Right, and then it's like, okay, Devin Williams comes in, gets Springer. And now it's like, okay, we just need 1 here. 1. I know the error, like usually when you make an error like that, it's going to come back to bite you in the ass. But Devin Williams has pitched well.
And he got the out.
Didn't get the second one.
I know. Then
the Yankees in the same spot. Again, it goes back to like, is Kike Hernandez a great player?
No, but at the biggest moments,
right.
Kike Hernandez is the best version of who he is.
So you also need those guys.
Yes.
So Wells in that spot.
Tommy Edman.
Right.
Tommy Edman's he's a good player.
Right, but in that spot, bases loaded. Right. Wells has a chance to do the same exact thing.
Yep.
Flies out first pitch. So it's also like, I mean, it's also those other guys that aren't necessarily, your best guys that have to find a way in clutch moments to come up with big hits, big plays. Like, to McMahon's credit, I mean, he has the home run last night, made a couple unbelievable defensive plays. So, like, those are his contributions.
Right, but offensively, he's not. I mean, yes, he hit the home run last night, but consistently, you're not going to get a great offensive player.
You know what you're getting with him.
Yes.
So with him, the fact that he hit the home run, he had good at-bats, he made great defensive plays. Like, he held up his end of the bargain.
Okay, but do you know what you're going to get at first base? No. Second base?
Well, you don't even
no.
know who's playing first base.
Shortstop? No. Like, there's question. Grisham, no, you expected better from him. So, no, you got subpar performance from everyone almost outside Aaron Judge.
Exactly.
Let's go to Eric in Schenectady. Hi, Eric. Good morning. How are you?
What's up, guys? Is it time to move on from Volpe? I mean, man, it was painful. I mean, painful to watch him try to bat. I know we're harping on him, and I know you guys touched on it, but it's just ridiculous. And, I mean, Caballero, I mean, I don't know.
I don't think that correct me if I'm wrong, though. I mean, if you're trying to build a team that's going to win a World Series, is Caballero your starting shortstop?
No. I mean, either you're going to actually move on from him, like remove him from the organization, or you're going to go into another season with him as the planned shortstop.
Or give him at least some competition. I mean, you got to recognize here this, too, is that when you're going to spend the amount of money, so we're going to bring Bellinger back, some money will come off the books. But you're still, I mean, you're paying Fried, you're paying Cole, you're paying Judge. Like this,
Raanan.
There's got to be, spots on the field where you're not paying a ton of money to guys.
Ben Rice will be one of those guys.
Yeah,
Wells. McMahon is one of those
Dominguez.
guys. Yeah.
Right, but still, I mean, he's a cheap option. Now, do I think that if Anthony Volpe's going to have success here, his approach is going to have to change a little bit? So that's the thing, though. Like I don't want a roster that's redundant, where you're asking everybody, regardless of skill set, to try to do the same thing. Like Anthony Volpe has a specific skill set. Does he have some pop? He absolutely has some pop. But he's also a guy that can run the bases. He's also like, I need you, like the on-base percentage needs to come up. The strikeouts need to go down. I need you going gap to gap. Like I'm be more like if you hit a home run, great. But if you're, if you're, left center gap, right center gap, and we're doubles and and you're on base and you're causing havoc on the bases, like playing good defense, that's good for you.
You're not Aaron Judge. We don't need to go up and try to hit a home run every time you step.
Exactly right. Like, we want to get our ace swing off every time. Well, no, you don't. Do you have to do that? Does Anthony Volpe have to be one of those guys?
But that's what the Yankees want.
Well, at some point that needs to, I think, be adjusted a little bit.
I agree with you.
But I think therein lies the frustration. Like there are certain guys, like Buster about the ABS thing. Hey, these are the guys that we want challenging strikes.
Right. You don't have carte blanche. You don't like that call.
So Aaron Judge, we'd like you to get your ace swing off every time. Even Aaron Judge did in 331. Stanton, ace swing. You guys are the damage guys.
Mm-hmm.
Other guys, you have a certain skill set that we'd like to take advantage of. We need you to be an on-base percentage guy. We need you to be a gap-to-gap guy. Doubles, extra base hits. If you hit home runs, you got some pop, great. But otherwise, we need there needs to be some diversity.
Know your role.
There needs to be some diversity in my lineup.
I agree. RJ?
Hi.
RJ!
Hi.
Hey, you know what? I shouldn't
It's
yell
like
at him
if
today.
you're trying to build a
Why are
hockey
we
team.
yelling?
No, you're trying to build a hockey team. Like why the Panthers are so good is because they all buy into what they're trying to do. They
Right,
all play
and they
a similar.
all do what their strengths are.
Right.
Yes, I agree. I apologize for yelling at you because today's not an easy day for you, and I should be
You
better.
were mean to him earlier,
So
by the way.
RJ, I'm sorry.
It's kind of the problem with the Rangers if you think about it.
He's not going to stop.
No, I'm just sitting here thinking about it.
No, he's right though. He's right.
Because the Rangers, have gotten to a certain point, but they haven't been able to get over the hump with that group of players.
There's something about playing to the strengths, but also in the Panthers' case, it's willing to do that little bit of extra that you need to do when the playoffs come. The Yankees don't do
100%.
that. We've been having this conversation for
But
how many
it doesn't
years?
feel like they have the versatility to do it.
And the Yankees also, guys, they're not as good as these other teams in the playoffs.
Well, Rick, they don't have the versatility to do it. What does that come right back down to? What is Jeter and A-Rod saying? Poor roster construction. You can't mash your way to home runs in the World Series. Like what I say all the time, when they're not hitting home runs, they're not beating anybody.
Well, Toronto was able to do it, though. They mashed their way to home runs.
But Toronto's able to.
But they did.
But
they do other
when
things.
They need
Yes.
to.
So they put the ball in play.
They hit
pitched well.
338 as a team.
I get it. They pitched well. They put the ball in play, and they hit home runs. And you wonder why they.
Well, and that's why the
Yankees.
Dodgers. That's why the Dodgers are going to end up in the World Series again, though.
And again, that's why
they can do both.
2 years in a row. Okay, different losing the World Series than losing the ALDS, but 2 years in a row, this team that you're facing openly mocked you during and after they eliminated you.
How do you feel about them saying New York in the clubhouse after?
How many years has this happened now? The Red Sox did it.
Yeah.
The Dodgers did it. Now the Blue Jays did it.
What did John Snyder say? Start spreading the news, bees.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
RJ.
Hi.
Unless Rick hijacks this again, I'm looking at you. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Raymond.
Now.
Walk up three-pointer. He got it!
See ya!
Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Now can you see why? I know they're not Canadian, but they represent Canada. I can't stand that team. I
No,
really,
but they're not acting any differently than the Red Sox acted, or
well,
than other,
can't stand them either.
or the Dodgers acted,
Or the Astros.
Yeah, we're
or the
just
Astros
going down
acted.
the list of all the teams I hate.
Here's the thing: just hate everybody.
You just listed all the teams I hate.
I mean,
You hate everybody. Anybody that beats you and then is going to mock you after they beat you, you're going to hate.
As
Of
a New
course.
Yorker, that's kind of what we do. We do hate everybody.
Well, that's also, but that's Buster backed it up.
He loves Ange.
Yeah, it's a good one. Hey, Buster backed it up because it's easy to say, hey, Toronto's an excellent team. I don't think they're an excellent team. I think the Yankees played subpar baseball.
I think you're off with that.
Well, Buster disagrees with you too.
Well, whether they're
So
an
you have to
excellent-
go. You're ready to hear that Buster's wrong as well.
whether they were an excellent team or not, you know what? They were better than the Yankees.
Yeah, they were better they were
Well, it depends, like excellent.
Yeah,
like
but I
they're
don't
a very
know.
good team,
Right, but here's
Very
the thing,
good
though.
and excellent are different.
Right, I don't think they're great.
Okay, here's the thing, though.
Well, then which is it? You
don't-
just yelled at me.
Right,
Shut
but
up.
I don't think you need to be, by definition, an excellent team.
To beat the
you
Yankees.
No, but I think you got to be playing at a certain level to make your way to a World Series or a championship series. Like, I don't care who they played against. They beat up Rodon and they beat up Max Fried. They hit 338 as a team. Like, I don't know. Like,
No,
if
I'm
that's
with
just
you.
the level without Bo Bichette. If that's the level they're playing at.
Yes. You could say they're playing excellent right now, but listen, you could disagree. Buster, I shared exactly because I said it to Ray right before Buster said it. I don't think they're an excellent team. I'm not saying.
So what's below excellent? Very good?
Yeah,
I think they're a very good baseball
But they're playing
team.
excellent now.
There you go.
They played excellent in that series.
Yeah.
Which is their only sample size because they didn't have to play a first-round series.
Yeah, they're
because they won the division.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think the Yankees played excellent baseball the entire postseason.
This Yankee team is not that likable. There's not a lot to wrap your arms around.
What an awful goal is that? Get rid of Stuart Skinner, man.
You think?
Oh, did you just see that goal? It hit him in the chest. He doesn't. He's not sticky. The puck's laying next to him. And he just sits there and looks at it. And the guy tips through. Just puts it through his legs.
He had enough time to look up. Yeah, I see. Moving on.
Connor McDavid will. He may already regret that 2 year extension.
Well, no. Here's the beauty of this 2 year extension. The amount of money he signed for it makes him tradable if he wants to get out of it.
It's like $12 million or something.
Well, the clock is ticking.
Maybe
years,
they
right?
include him in the Giannis deal.
Third team is the Oilers.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, listen, anyways, no, and I don't want it to sound like I'm being a bitter Yankee fan. They're better. They're better in every way. I don't find this Yankee team. I find it kind of a hodgepodge of players without a real identity.
That's fair. Because how do the Yankees win? Like, what is their
long
recipe to victory?
That's it.
Is it starting pitching? Is it bullpen? Is it offense? Like, they're kind of all over the place.
They say it's any one of those things at any given time, and then like more often than not, one of them is going to fail.
I also maintain I don't think there's an excellent team in the American League.
I think you're
But somebody's got
absolutely right about
which
that.
is why we all thought that they'd make the World Series.
And that's why they
anyway.
made the World Series last year.
Exactly.
Because they were the best of the good teams.
Yes, exactly. So Aaron Judge, by the way, he finished the series 13 for 26. He is the sixth player all time to hit at least 500 in a single postseason. But as you guys have said, he cannot do it alone, especially when the other team's batting 338 and OPSing 974.
Well, behind closed doors, what do you think Aaron Judge is saying? Like, he's talking to his wife. He's like, these guys.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like that.
Really let me down?
I think he recognizes the clock is ticking.
Yeah, well, he's 33. So
I did like the second look at the camera, though. Like, see?
Yeah. I hear you, yeah. So 16 years now without a championship. It's the third longest in franchise history for the Yankees. So let's look ahead to next year.
Which for like normal teams isn't a crazy number.
No, it's not.
But for the Yankees, it is. And
So-
you know what? When you get into the postseason every year, you would assume 1 year you would just find a way to win.
Crapshoot's not working out. A lot of 2s and 3s and 12s.
Right.
So
Get messy, that crapshoot.
Yankees free agents. Trent Grisham. Cody Bellinger's got that $25 million player option,
Right.
which he said after the game he's got to talk to his family, which is the right thing to say. But
Right.
he's-
They didn't go
he's-
Pete Alonso. He's like, I'm out.
Is it better than Cole? Who, listen, Yankees
It
missed.
wasn't great either.
Puts a hat on.
It wasn't great either.
Paul Goldschmidt, Devin Williams, Luke Weaver. Those are your big names.
All right. Williams is gone. Yep. Weaver is gone.
Goldschmidt.
Goldschmidt
You're
is
not bringing
gone.
Goldschmidt back.
What?
You're not going to bring Goldschmidt
Oh, yeah,
back.
not
I think
Gold.
no.
You're right. So, I mean, I think it's Bellinger. You want to keep Bellinger, and he's probably the only one that will return of that grouping.
Grisham and Bellinger, you would think that kind of reflects a little bit how much do the Yankees believe in Jason Dominguez and maybe even Spencer Jones. Are they ready? Ben Wright's going to take over at first. You miss Garrett Cole, obviously. You get him next year at some point, probably during the summer. Cam Schlittler, Luis Heel for a full season, so we shall see. Bednar and Duvall, both back next year.
Great. Enjoy
Marcus
Duvall.
Stroman, Aaron Hicks. Why are those names relevant? They come off the books next year. So with Stroman, Hicks, and Goldschmidt, you free up about $40 million.
Okay.
So not nothing.
But you have
Giants,
to pay Bellinger.
if you keep him, yeah.
Right.
Which I like Bellinger a lot. No Darius Slayton tonight. I know Davis crushed. So you got a rookie quarterback making his third career start against the reigning Super Bowl champs, who, by the way, are just off their first loss of the season. Good luck, Mr.
They don't know what they're in for
Makes that
tonight.
very enticing.
They don't know what they're in for
Makes
tonight.
it very enticing.
I hope you take it, and I swear to God, Giants win this game. I'll be a savage tomorrow.
What you could do. Giants used multiple tight end sets last week. 43% of their offensive play, so that could even go higher. I mean, you had Daniel Bellinger and Theo Johnson both had solid games, solid to good games.
I might celebrate with you, Dave, if that happens.
I mean, Theo Johnson.
Yeah,
had 2
you
touchdowns.
would root for the Giants today,
just,
right?
Just the Eagles' downfall, that'd be great. Yeah.
I might bring in a live eagle if the Eagles win.
I don't think you will.
I will.
I don't. You know what? I don't think you will.
Yep. Baldwin.
Some other football news. Kyler Murray not practicing because of a foot injury. Bengals. They just acquired Joe Flacco. He's going to start on Sunday against the Packers.
I mean, that's what is he, like 42?
1 maybe.
Ugh.
Might be 2. Good luck with that offensive line against Micah Parsons. Should go well. Jaguars. They get Greg Newsome and send Tyson Campbell to the Browns. Elsewhere around baseball, Phillies avoid being swept by the Dodgers. Kyle Schwarber homers twice. Dodgers still lead 2-1. And the Cubs use a 4-run first. They jump all over the Brewers early, stay alive in their series. They trail 2-1 to Milwaukee. And the Tigers hit 3 homers in their ALDS matchup and force a Game 5 against the Mariners. And I believe that's all we have tomorrow on the baseball slate.
8 o'clock tomorrow night, yes.
You can hear it right here.
It.
And
why is that game at 8, you know? You want to get in that conversation again?
No. That makes sense that they would put a Friday night game standalone at 8 o'clock.
I thought that was a good conversation.
I'm not here to be mocked.
Just tell me.
Angel Wilson lifted the Aces.
I wasn't attacking you. I was brainstorming with you.
But you were starting to get upset, and you were.
Well, I'm like, it doesn't make sense that they would start this game at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whatever.
Aces have a 3-0 lead.
I'm out
over the Mercury. Jack Eichel gets a lot of money being spent in the NHL. Jack Eichel gets an 8-year deal, average annual value of $13.5 million with Vegas. Jets of the Winnipeg variety sign forward Kyle Connor to an 8-year deal, $96 million in total, and Matthias Ekholm of the Oilers gets a 3-year, $12 million extension. And
that's nice.
That's it.
That's a good job by you.
NHL's good business right now.
It really is.
Guys get paid. Joe Flacco, by the way, 40. Will be 41 in January. Yankees calls, we'll get to them. We'll see if the guys want to take the Eagles or the Giants in this game tonight. It's D and R with you right here on ESPN New York. All right, let's see what's happening on the roads and bring her in. Here she is. It's Debbie Duhaime.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rick. Let's head out to the island. LIE eastbound at Jericho Turnpike. It's an accident blocking a lane. Deer Park Avenue at Old Country Road in Deer Park. An accident at the intersection to watch for. Watch for delays. Van Wyck southbound getting down toward Linden Boulevard. They just cleaned up an accident there. Route 4 eastbound getting out through Paramus right by the Parkway. It's a crash. Alternate side in effect. Sponsored by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org. I'm Debbie Duhaime, 880 ESPN, New York.
Did you know women account for 2/3 of all Americans living with Alzheimer's and 2/3 of all Alzheimer's family caregivers? Join the Alzheimer's Foundation of America at its Women Empowerment Forum on November 5th in Amityville to learn practical ways women can reduce their risk for Alzheimer's and enhance quality of life for themselves and their loved ones living with Alzheimer's. For more information or to register, visit alzfdn.org or call 866-232-8484.
The Fox Nation Patriot Awards returns for a new year.
Are you ready to get the show started?
Join host Sean Hannity and special guests and be part of the celebration live in New York. Tickets are available now. Go to foxnation.com/Patriot Awards.
Score a win this game day with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you on your schedule. Whether you're running from work or home or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and your packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
The Association on Aging in New York is celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Older Americans Act, which funds vital programs for millions of older adults. Services include meals, transportation, home care, Medicare counseling, case management, and caregiver support. Today, people are uncertain whether some programs remain available. We can help. To learn more about these essential programs and how to keep them, visit our website at agingny.org. Sponsored by the Association on Aging in New York.
Getting the right mattress helps you sleep at night. Getting the right price helps you sleep even better. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step fitting process to make sure your new bed fits you perfectly. The right fit, the right price, plus free delivery. It's what they do, only at PC Richard & Son. Free delivery on mattresses $199 and up. Excludes Manhattan. See stores for details.
There's nothing the voice in our head obsesses over like our health. But with over 100 lab tests and insights, Function can help answer the questions like, why am I so tired all the time? How can I get better sleep? My friend was telling me about magnesium gummies she takes. How do I even know if my heart is work stress affected? It's time to up my cardio. If my mom has something, how would I find out? It's time to get some blood work done. Of Function membership gives you a comprehensive health check with results tracked over time. Find out what you're made of at functionhealth.com.
You ever wake up with a sore throat, feeling a little off, and you know you're getting sick? Well, getting sick and going on the IL isn't an option, especially for me when I'm traveling for work. You can try to see a doctor, well, good luck there, or go sit for hours in an urgent care. Nope. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. This isn't some cheap first aid kit, okay? Your medical emergency kit comes packed with doctor-prescribed meds. It's like having an urgent care and a pharmacy right there in your home. If you're coming down with the flu, bam, here's your Z-Pack. You've got gastrointestinal issues, here's your Bactrim. From Z-Pack to ivermectin, amoxicillin, and doxycycline to treat strep, pneumonia, sinus infections, UTIs, COVID, and more. It's all right there in your kit. Just match your symptoms to the guide or talk with their telehealth doc. No doctor waiting rooms, no pharmacy lines. Order online in minutes and get $50 off with code SPORTS at urgentcarekit.com/sports. Get yours now at urgentcarekit.com/sports, promo code SPORTS.
All right, so question for you as you were gallivanting off with the Masters.
I wasn't gallivanting. I was laying
No?
like I actually laid down for a second.
I'm surprised you woke up.
I was touch and go.
So RJ came in during the break, and he said he put a poll, I don't know, Instagram, YouTube, somewhere. Simple question. Was this Yankees season a failure? What would you say the percentage of answers that it was?
I would say that percentage says failure at 93%.
You're good. 94%.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm right there.
94% think this was a failed season. Do you think this was a failed season? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you couldn't. I mean, Nate, you didn't just lose either. I mean,
Well, you got crushed.
you got beat up.
Right. You should have been swept.
Probably.
You're down 6-1 in a game. You anticipate you'll lose that game.
Down 6-1, and
you
then
should have been swept.
Right, and Judge does something that has never happened.
No one's ever done.
Right.
So you got lucky to not get swept, and you still got beaten to a pulp in 4 games.
That's right.
Right. And we were all excited yesterday thinking about we're going to see a Game 5 because you're going up against the bullpen game. And the Yankees have their way with Toronto's bullpen. And for the bulk of the game, you had 2 hits.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how you explain it. I mean, just going back just through the series. I mean, the fact that, in Game 2, you need your ace to be your ace. At least give you a chance. Like, it wasn't like he just pitched okay. Right? Like, it wasn't like, hey, he just didn't have his best stuff.
No,
but he figured it out.
No, he was awful.
He was bad.
He was awful.
Right.
And so was
Carlos
Raanan.
Same thing.
And Raanan is he's not Fried level ace, but Raanan
But
is.
you're paying him, you're paying him a lot of money.
Right.
Go and give you at the very least a chance.
They brought up a guy
Mm-hmm.
who had made, 4 major league starts, who started the year in A ball, and he came up, and that's an ace.
He was dominant.
That was dominant.
Yep.
So you could say the Yankees haven't seen him, or he has filthy stuff, or he doesn't feel the pressure of the moment, or whatever you want to say.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever you want to say, that's an ace. What the Yankees got was not.
The splitter was nasty. And to his credit last night, Schlittler wasn't nearly as dominant.
But he was good enough.
Well, because what he did against the Red Sox, that was just
that was special. That was different, yeah.
Right, but the game was 2-1. And you have, and I know it was hard, it was hard hit and may have taken a weird, funny hop, but still, that's a play you got to make. Like Jazz in that moment in the division series with a chance to get out of the 7th inning and set your bullpen up exactly how you would want it set up, which is I'm going Devin Williams 8th and I'm going Bednar 9th. You're out of that inning 2-1. And it's a completely different ballgame.
Right. And Hoffman is not a daunting closer by any stretch.
No, they made a point, too. He gives up a lot of home runs.
And they said to start the year, ton of home runs, and now he's morphed into he has no command. Now he walks people.
Right. So, and now bases loaded, and first pitch, Wells pops out. So, it's just, and it's not like offensively they were great in the Red Sox series either.
No, they weren't good at all.
So, I don't know. I say I don't know. But I know that as long as Brian Cashman is still here, I don't think the philosophy really changes. He believes this is how you build a team because, in his opinion, I think for them, winning ultimately is being in the playoffs every year.
Oh, fair. But you don't think that Hal Steinbrenner says to him, okay, we want to get in the playoffs and we consider that to be somewhat of a success. But I would like to win, and you keep telling me this is going to lead us to winning, but we're really nowhere near winning. So how can I believe that to be true? Like, is that a conversation that could ever possibly happen?
I don't know. I mean, again, I would have to know exactly what, Hal defines as winning. If you believe, if you've been talked into that just getting to the postseason is enough because the rest of it's just the crapshoot, It's not the best team.
But it's not a crapshoot.
But if that's what you think, it's not how the team is built. It's just whoever gets, whoever's playing the best
It's just
baseball.
luck of the draw?
Well, I don't know if it's luck of the draw. It's just could it be as simple as this year? Is just Aaron Judge hit the postseason, just seeing the ball as good as he's ever seen the ball, and you'll get into a situation maybe next year where he enters the postseason where he's in the midst of a little slide and has another bad postseason. Like you just told me that you don't think Toronto's a great team, but they're playing great baseball.
They are.
So is that the construction of the team, which allows them to play great baseball, or is it just
well, you know what else?
You're kind of riding this special wave of everyone playing good baseball.
Are
at the same
they
time.
playing great? They played a great series. Let's see what happens now. Like if you go up against Seattle or Detroit and you're not playing great baseball now, is it they're playing great baseball or they played great baseball against one team specifically in the Yankees?
Yeah, or just their style of baseball is not a great matchup for these teams, and they end up in the World Series. What I would say about as far as this being a crapshoot is, there's a real chance that the Dodgers are back in the World Series.
A very good chance.
So same thing when Houston was.
Well, the Dodgers won in 2020. The Dodgers won last year. The Dodgers are the favorites now this year. So doesn't that spit in the face of a crapshoot?
Yeah, I would say so. What the Astros did, same thing. We would talk about the Astros. I just think that when you look at what the Dodgers have done and their willingness to get creative with deferring money and everything else, when you got Ohtani and you got Freeman and you got Betts, that's better than, you got Judge and who else?
It's better. And Ohtani, the pitcher, he wasn't good last night. Yamamoto, they have Blake Snell.
Yeah,
right?
They're top to bottom.
They haven't
They're
really
loaded.
gotten anything out of Sasaki this year.
Kike Hernandez is a stud in the postseason. Gets big hits. It's just,
they're built well.
Yep.
The Dodgers are built. Now the bullpen hasn't been great, but now they have Glassdown in the bullpen and Sasaki in the bullpen, and they're trying to figure that out. But,
see, I can understand if you think sometimes just the bullpen could be a crapshoot. That's just that.
Well, look what the Mets did. It turned out it was a disaster, but we were thrilled about Helsley.
Everyone was.
You got Helsley, you got Rogers, you got Soto. Oh, this bullpen's going to be lights out. They stunk.
Yep.
Right? Yankees, same thing. Duvall's really good, and Bednar's really good, and now the Yankees bullpen's going to be really, really good, and they have not been. So,
yeah, I just think, too, when you get to a postseason series, right, and you have, the best teams going at it, and you have, you got really good pitching, and you got, the ability during the course of a series to really focus on what we're trying to do, how can we take advantage of your weaknesses, is that, you're probably at some point going to revert to who you are, right? It's just that it's kind of like that cliche in baseball, the back of the baseball card. There's a level of comfort. No one going to if I got Juan Soto, Juan Soto's going to be Juan Soto. The reason why we're so hard on Aaron Judge is because we expect Aaron Judge to be Aaron Judge. At the end of the day, Trent Grisham kind of turned into what Trent Grisham is.
Yeah, but Aaron Judge was Aaron Judge.
I know, but it's Anthony Volpe turned into what we've seen this whole season.
So great Aaron Judge we've seen it, can't get these guys out of not being very good.
Well, not if I'm going up against a team that doesn't just have great Vlad. It's got Clement hitting 600.
Right.
And you know what I mean? So they also had.
Right. So they let's be fair. Vlad was the equivalent of Judge in the series. He was
awesome.
Right. So you take those two guys away.
Yep.
Who's better? Toronto's lineup is 50 times better than the Yankees
and
lineup.
Not to mention that you got the one. Starting pitching wise, from Savage, you got an unbelievable performance from him.
Right. So no chance to win the series in retrospect. Let's go to Lang in Connecticut. Lang, you're on ESPN New York. Good morning.
Yeah, I got to get into Jazz Chisholm. It is so un-Yankee like. It is un-baseball like. It is unprofessional. George Steinbrenner is thrown over. His decorum. He presents as being aloof. I don't know if that's his interpretation of being cool, but he just looks like he doesn't want to be there. He looks so casual, and it's no surprise that ground ball, which was rather pedestrian, ate him up because he's not focused.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a rather pedestrian ground ball.
I don't love Jazz either. And there is something about his
here's the thing with the Yankees,
way
though,
that I find frustrating.
Right, but here's the thing with the Yankees. It feels like they've for the last, I don't know how many years, with the Donaldson stuff and everything else, they're looking for this swag / FU sandpaper type of mentality that's just not that. They just don't, they know they need it, but they don't know how to find it.
Right. And they don't have it.
No, they don't have it. But
right.
that's why they would Jazz presents himself as I got this swag and this confidence.
I am not
that
a
you would
Chisholm
hope
guy.
kind of permeates through the team, but it's that's not you're who Aaron Judge is. You know what I mean? Give Give me good baseball
Like,
players.
just be who you are.
That are like dialed in and like fundamentally sound. Like even like Buster brought up, like the play at second where Jazz gets the ball and he's like, "Oh God, the guy's trying to score!"
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like it's
a lack of
this
awareness.
time of the year. If
it's
this
a lack of awareness. Well, how about when he got doubled off first base and he sat there in front of reporters like, "No,
I'd do it again.
I would do it again."
Yeah.
Well, how could you make a monumental mistake in any walk of
I
your
know.
life? It blows up in your face.
But-
You're like, "No, I would make the same decision."
See, but that would be my biggest problem. If I was Hal or I was Brian Cashman and I addressed the team after the season, that would be one of the things at the top of my list, like the talking points that would like probably get me to like throw a trash can and get real pissed off. Is all we hear every day is how your manager stinks. And we see how he treats you. And he takes bullets for you every single day when he talks to the media before the game and after the game. And how do you guys repay him? By doing stuff like that. And I would point out all the different things. Jazz doing that. Or these mental mistakes. Like, I mean, do you know how disrespectful that is to Aaron Boone?
Well, maybe that's just who they are.
But that has to change then.
Well, maybe they brought in the wrong
Like,
guys.
Could you imagine doing stuff like that to John?
No.
Like the way he treats us, showing up and not being prepared. Or like when he tells you to do something, doing the opposite of it. Or doubling down on the mistake that you made. It makes him look bad.
It does. It makes everybody look bad. Makes Cashman look bad. Makes ownership look bad. Makes management look bad. Makes your teammates look bad. Makes everybody look bad. Game time makes everyone look good, and it's brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. Busy night tonight. Rangers in Buffalo taking on the Sabres, 7 o'clock. Your Islanders in action starting their season in Pittsburgh against the Penguins at 7 o'clock, and the Devils drop the puck against the Hurricanes at 7:30 in Raleigh. And then, of course, at 8:15, the Giants host the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, and triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glass up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. Your calls and picks next. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Make cancer screening a part of your annual healthcare routine. New York Presbyterian offers a full range of cancer screenings, including lung, cervical, prostate, colorectal, breast, and more. Regular cancer screenings could save your life by detecting cancer at its earliest, most treatable stages. Screenings are available across New York City and Westchester. Learn more at nyp.org/cancer screening. Stay amazing. New York Presbyterian.
Don't take slow for an answer. Not so easy when you're stuck in traffic. But mere inches from someone else's bumper, you can dream of faster things. Like Optimum Fiber, the fastest and most reliable fiber internet, starting at $40 a month. So while you can't always switch lanes for a faster route, you can switch providers for a faster connection. Optimum. Don't take slow for an answer. Call 888-4OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/fiber today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Ballybet Sportsbook. Yo, Ballybet stacked for football season. When it comes to sportsbook apps, it's undefeated. Ballybet. Check out that brand new parlay zone. Here's the kickoff. Build your bets and place them right on your phone. What? Live bets, daily boosts, and promos. Increase your odds so you can win more dough. Touchdown! Ballybet's the play. Make game day more fun and download it today. Must be 21 plus, New York only. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY. Ballybet Sportsbook and Casino. Download it.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This college football season, show your school spirit every time you pay. Introducing college-branded Venmo debit cards. Rep your team on and off the field with custom school designs that let everyone know who you root for. Whether you're tailgating, grabbing snacks for the watch party, or celebrating a win, you can unlock 15% cash back at ESPN, 1 free year of Perplexity Pro, and more. This college football season, score more with the Venmo debit card. Get yours now in the Venmo app. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
Max cashback varies. Terms apply. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank, N.A.
From the regular season to the Super Bowl, ESPN New York is your destination for football. We've got crazy fans.
If the Giants somehow beat the Cowboys, I'm going to take a dump on your head.
You can feel good because you're a damn football team.
Expert analysis.
Marcus Spears joins us now. ESPN NFL analyst Damian Woody.
Mel Kiper Jr.
The Hall of Famer Steve Young.
He's kind of our resident general manager, Louis Riddick.
We got Mike Tannenbaum right now.
And all your fantasy and wagering needs. This is ESPN New York. We are football.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Chris Marshauser sends an email in. He says, the Mets season was a failure. The Yankee season was a disappointment. No, I would say the Mets season was an all-time epic failure, and the Yankee season was a regular failure.
Right. I would say that the Mets season was an embarrassment.
Right. An embarrassment of epic proportions.
That's right.
Like, you'll remember 50 years from now the pathetic nature of what the Mets were.
You spent $765 million on Juan Soto, $341, I want to say, on the roster.
Right.
And for how many months? You were the 5th worst team in baseball?
Oh, more than half the season.
Right. And
lost out to a team that, quite frankly, stunk. Cincinnati, at best, was a mediocre team.
Dude, if you had made the playoffs as the 3rd wild card, there would have been a level of disappointment.
Massive.
So,
and you would have gotten.
I wouldn't even compare the two.
I agree.
Don't allow the idea that Dave and I are Mets fans to all of a sudden now make it like we're like putting more on this. This has nothing to do with being a Mets fan.
No,
we're
I'm
embarrassed.
The Mets.
We're
the Mets
embarrassed.
were an absolute disaster,
Yes.
and I said it the day of, and I will say it forever. So he says Mets season failure. No, Mets season way beyond failure.
Beyond.
Then he says Yankee season disappointment. No, Yankee season failure. Think about this, guys. They lost their ace and Soto. No, you can't give me Soto because you
had
spent the money
to keep Soto.
and you spent the money for other pieces to replace Soto.
Yeah,
so that's
by
not
the
fair.
way, you had Juan Soto last year, and you had Garrett Cole last year, and your manager told you this is the most talented team that he's had.
And then he says, and you can't say they aren't close to winning when they made a World Series a year ago. And how did that go?
Well, you also had Juan Soto last year.
Right, but were you close to winning that World Series? You lost in 5, and they laughed at you. They said, we knew this would happen, and now it did happen. And then the next year, you got, beaten up on the field as well.
No, I think the best point is your manager said this is the most talented team that we've had. So he's like, that already bakes in no Garrett Cole, no Juan Soto. Right? Like Juan Soto wasn't coming back.
Right.
He's gone already.
Right.
Garrett Cole's been hurt. So, yeah, listen, your expectation was, at the very least, we got to get back to the World Series.
If you would have lost to the Dodgers again, you'd be angry, you'd be disappointed, but you'd understand it. To lose to Toronto, who you thought you were clearly better than, and you're not.
Well, I'll tell you what, too. The other disturbing part of this would be if I was a Yankee fan, and I was actually rooting for the Yankees to, at the very least, get to Game 5 because I like talking baseball, is you finally had Aaron Judge play like Aaron Judge.
Yep.
And for a lot of people, that to them was the missing piece. Right, if Aaron Judge plays like Aaron Judge, that MVP caliber,
then we can't lose.
Then who's going to beat us?
Yeah, well, the answer is Toronto.
Toronto did.
Yeah, that's the answer. All right, well, let's go around the horn here. Raymond is 7.5. Is that still accurate?
Wow, starting with me, no pressure.
Well, you don't have to take.
Well, you're the Thursday guy.
Yeah, 7.5.
7.5. Well, and he played it very loudly. Yeah. So.
I feel like if he takes this game, we're pressuring him.
No,
Because I was looking at the the rest of the week lines. That plays a big part into
okay.
And I don't see a lot that I'm liking
he's
here,
taking
so
it.
I may be forced into this one.
Well, no, Ray. Not maybe. You need to make a decision now.
I think. Yep. You know what? Give me the Eagles 7.5.
Eagles 7. Okay. Yeah. Raymond's in. RJ, you know the number. You know Ray's involved. You going?
So I've been battling back and forth about is this some sort of rage selection?
Uh-huh.
Because I'm just not totally positive. So for that reason, I'm actually going to sit this one out.
Really?
Oh, RJ, you had such conviction earlier in the day.
So you believe that you're in your headspace you're in.
I don't.
You're not you.
I really want to pick the Eagles. I really do, but I don't think I'm in a good headspace right now.
How good would you feel if the Giants won this game and you didn't take it?
I mean, good, but I don't.
The Giants don't need to win. They just have to lose by less than 8.
But for me,
I
think of the show we put on tomorrow. Giants win.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I 100%.
Giants winning, and listen, it's kind of like it works either way for me because if the Giants win.
Okay, can we stop with this? Is the Giants? Give me the path to a Giants win, please.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
All right.
Right. So what are we talking about?
What are you doing?
Giants win.
He's in. He's out.
We just need them to cover so Ray loses.
What are you doing?
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out.
All day long. Yeah. I'm talking to Danny. I met new people.
I didn't even know his name was Danny.
What?
You're calling him Dylan the whole time.
I was told Dylan. So
You're
it's only Ray.
You're a coward for this.
You really are. All morning you're in. You're in.
I wanted some juice in the game.
All right, now you got juice.
Well,
now
now
you're rooting for the
juice.
Giants.
Yeah.
I love
Unbelievable.
Bo Collins, baby. Little Jordan Humphrey.
Unbelievable.
Let me tell you, don't get too excited. All right, I've seen this.
Saquon's going to run wild.
I've seen the script before. Ray?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Disappointed in Rick.
I understand why you
want me
would
to take
be.
the game with you?
Take the game because you want to take the game,
Well,
not because
I
I'm
can't do
doing
that.
it. All right, then.
You know how I feel about Thursday
All
games.
right. Are you ready with your 3 stars?
Sure.
Let's go.
Today's 3 stars. Number 3.
Jordan was on with you guys, and I thought he told a good story talking about Camp Scatterboo.
First time they met, 3 seconds in, they just headbutted each other. And then they go to the rookie premiere, and he barely knows the guy. And Jaxson Dart's sleeping, and he wakes up, and Camp Scatterboo's giving him wet willies and putting food on his
And
face.
for obvious reasons, Rick should
See,
love
that's
the
the
guy.
worst, though.
Tell me that's not right up your alley.
Right
Rick.
up his alley. Yeah, and if he did it with no pants on, that would even be
You
more,
got to be naked
more
when
right
you
up his
do it.
alley.
If you're naked while
Right.
you do it.
That's
I'm
right.
all for the nudity, but the last thing you want is a roommate that messes with you when you're sleeping.
Maybe that's why you weren't.
That should be a safe space.
Pranking. Like the pranks are fun, but when you're sleeping, come on.
I see.
Number 2.
Great job, as always, in the knobs and D-Hif by RJ. Didn't appreciate Dave's shot at him early on.
If you put your hands on a shopping cart and another larger gentleman, and odds are he would be larger, there's nothing wrong with that. RJ knows he's in like the 5th percentile.
The 5th percentile, you tried to sneak that in there. That was terrible. I don't think that's true.
RJ, I'm sorry. That's not nice.
I don't think you're sorry.
Number 1.
All right, well, we just talked about it. Giants-Eagles tonight.
I'd rather cut off a toe than
No.
take the Eagles tonight in that game.
So you got nice feet. Why would you cut your toe off?
I would rather do that than take the Eagles. Or pick the
Fly,
Eagles.
Eagles, fly.
Yeah, that makes it all the more disappointing, Rick, that you're not doing this.
He doesn't like the
I
Eagles.
hurt my shoulder just doing that.
Good.
Doing the
I hope
fly,
you
Eagles, fly.
dislocate it.
I love this show.
You say nasty stuff to me.
You know what? You deserve it. It's very well
Still
deserved.
a little of this.
Good. It's Rule 76.
No excuse, Blake Champion. It's DiPietro Rothenberg.
Let's go, Giants!
Right here on ESPN in New York and on YouTube.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off and to wear a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You do so much to keep your child safe.